Oh, so crazed, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever. Oh, so crazed, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the World. I'm your host, PK Finnerty, and I'm joined by Brian, the Merch Lord, and Ringside Sean. Let's get it.
It's good, Daddy-Os.
What's going on, babies? How you doing
Shout
tonight?
out to Slug Christ for this.
Our boy.
Shout out
Brian,
Slug
great
Price.
call. Great call all around, dude. Cheers to you.
Awesome
Cheers
guy.
to all our viewers. Thank you for moving from Twitch to YouTube. It's only our fourth. Nice mug, by the way, Sean.
Thank you, baby.
It's only our fourth YouTube stream. I'm getting the hang of it. I haven't really gotten the countdown right, but I feel like next week we're in studio.
Right. We're gonna
we
have
are.
Bald Steve. Bald Steve. There's gonna be minimal issues with Bald Steve
Bald
at our
Steve,
side.
baby.
What's that supposed to mean? Minimal issues. Fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're well aware. When Bald Steve is there, it's like there's
Oh my
everything's
god,
gonna
dude!
be
I
okay.
just dropped an F-bomb. But
Already?
I mean, we had the 30 seconds going during the 5-minute countdown. I started
so
the
we're
5-minute
clear.
countdown
We're
90
clear.
seconds late. Yeah, so we're clear.
I didn't hear any type of bomb.
Dude, it just comes so naturally to me.
I
I think you're the bomb.
Hey, shout out Urka, shout out Alicia. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you
Please
for joining,
subscribe
guys.
if you haven't already subscribed or described how much you hate us in the comments. Yo, dude, I'm so sick of social media, man. You know, I watched this Triple H promo, and it was like, he was talking about, Stephanie McMahon was talking about how tiny Triple H's unit was. And he was talking about, well, hey, you know what? Even the 747 looks small if it was flying through the Grand Canyon.
Right. I remember exactly what you're talking about.
And
I think that was a SmackDown promo, right?
I feel that way about social media, dude. I feel that way about YouTube, about social media. I feel like you just got to do your thing, and it's like, I just said subscribe. I'm going to stop saying that. You know, I run 2 other social media accounts, and it's like flying a 747 through the Grand Canyon, dude.
Can't even feel it.
Exactly. You got it, dude. You got it, Brian.
I feel like it's the balloon from the Mummy, where it's like you don't know where you're going, you're just flying through the mountains.
But Sean, you are like a social media maven. You're like the next great memer.
I'm trying, man. I feel like I'm Phelps in the ocean, just trying to find my way.
You know, if Michael Phelps was to swim at the beach, he would drown because there's no wall for him to turn around on. So he just keeps swimming out and just drown.
Yeah,
You'd actually probably be eaten by sharks. Did you hear? You're not even allowed to swim in the water over here.
You're not even allowed to swim.
No, they closed down the water because of all the fucking sharks, dude. Oh,
Since when?
I said an F-bomb.
Oh, it's all right.
My mom sent it to me today. Rockaway Beach is completely shut down. You can only go on the boardwalk.
Brian, so
Didn't I tell you?
your mom also sends you like news articles and stuff?
Oh, every day.
Okay, cool.
My mom's my buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get like Mets Twitters and like Twitter stuff. My mom loves
the
Twitter
best.
now. Yeah.
It's the best.
Me and my mom have the citizen. Do your guys' mom have the
Just be
citizen
careful.
app?
You got to tell your mom to be careful on Twitter. It's a dark place.
Do your guys' mom have the Citizen app? Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, dude, my
I
mom
love
just
the Citizen app.
my mom just found
My
out about
mom
this.
calls me. Did you see what happened on Clinton? And I'm like, I did. Do you know what happened? It's hilarious, man. Shout out to moms. We love
Shout out to
moms.
moms. I feel bad though. It's like I don't want my mom to like. She gets Amazon packages sent to my job now because she read so many Amazon package robbery stories on Citizen that she feels
She's
like
scared.
she can't
She's
do
scared.
deliveries anymore.
Yeah, man. It's social
It's a scary
media.
world, bro.
Back to it.
Fucking 747 in the Grand Canyon, dude. That's all we are.
Literally, bro.
Yo, I watched 3 great things this week. And this week we're going to talk about the AEW wrestling. We're going to talk about the WWE wrestling. I can't wait to talk about Ric Flair. I can't wait to talk about AEW's favorite referee. I can't wait to talk about all the different things. But right now I want to talk to you about Bob's Burgers, the movie, which I watched.
The película?
I'm not like a big Bob's Burgers fan, but I mean, I feel like that movie came out 2 months ago and it's already on Hulu. It probably didn't do very well.
It's a great show. It's like
Isn't
a
that
wholesome.
thing
It's like a
now,
wholesome
though,
show.
for like movies just to go directly to streaming now. Like it's out in the theaters for like 2 weeks, but then before you know it, it's like, wow, I just could have rented this at home for like $10.
Yeah, COVID fucked everything up for movies.
Does that mean it bombed? If it goes right to streaming, does that mean it bombed?
No, I don't.
No, I don't
at
think
this
so.
point, I don't think so. Some movies just go right to streaming. Like Doctor Strange was instantly on Disney Plus when it came out.
That was wild.
The big
It
ones.
was within months.
Big movies just coming out right on like
HBO,
Matrix came out on HBO.
Yeah, HBO did that with Batman as well.
Insane.
How was Bob's the Burgers?
Well, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not the expert. I've watched here and there. Brian, I think your description of it is right. It's like a wholesome, fun show.
It's definitely wholesome as fuck.
Yeah, it's cool.
Are they like family members?
It's like a family that.
It's definitely like
a shop. Yeah,
right. It's like there's like songs, everyone's singing.
If you like burger puns, it's right up your alley. It was all right. It was good. I'll tell you this, I didn't shut it off. I started watching it knowing that there was going to be a lot of musical numbers and knowing that, it's like basically Bob's Burgers the movie, because it's got to be a big story. It's got to be a big tale, Simpsons movie, much better. Much better.
I love the Simpsons movie.
That's less wholesome and more. It's like a different kind of comedy.
You know what? I'm going to say Bob's Burgers, 6 out of 10. I'm going to say the last 2 episodes of Better Call Saul, which if you haven't watched, I strongly encourage you to watch. I would encourage you, even if you are not a Breaking Bad fan, to watch Better Call Saul. That's how good it is. Final season, final half of the final season, last 2 episodes, 8 out of 10, maybe a 9, just because they just constantly keep on delivering in a real way. And also What We Do in the Shadows. Those are my 3 big picks of the week. Bob's Burgers the movie, Better Call Saul, if you haven't already discovered, and What We Do in the Shadows, which is an office comedy documentary about vampires. Very, very funny. So 8 out of 10 there, probably 9 out of 10 for Saul. And I'm going to give Bob's Burgers probably, you know what, I'll give it a 6. Just slightly above average enjoyment level.
6 is pretty good. 6 is pretty. That's not bad. That's not a bad score.
What'd you guys watch? Brian, what did you consume this week?
I watched a terribly, terribly depressing, disturbing documentary on Netflix.
Don't get me started, Brian. Don't get me started.
Is that something you do often?
I love I love like real like true crime kind of shit, like mystery shit.
I feel like I'm always searching on Netflix for the crime documentary for me, and I feel like I never find it.
This one is really good, dude.
Then.
There's a bunch. There's a lot. I mean, this one is very good, and I highly recommend it. It's very disturbing and triggering. Very triggering.
It's wild. I'm surprised they even released something like that.
What's it called?
Did you finish it?
What is it called?
It's called The Girl in the Picture.
Sounds like a terrible movie.
Can I? It's not a movie. It's a real life shit. Can I give you like a little? Can I give you like a little like a snippet of what it's about?
You know what? I'm going to set my timer right now. I want you to give me 45 seconds to make me understand. All right? When I say go, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I feel like 45 is like a good amount. All right.
Yeah, go.
Brian Ginsberg, Wilbaum, please continue to tell me about the girl in the picture. Go.
Girl in the picture. Girl's found dead. She's found with her father. Right? Okay. Fast forward. Everybody thinks the father is like foul play. She has like other bruises that looks like she was murdered. Fast forward a little more. She was like a stripper. The strippers are talking about how their father was treating her very sexually, right? How their relationship was. Fast forward a little more, they had a baby together. The father and the daughter had a baby together. That baby's missing. Fast forward a little more. The guy.
Wow, Brian.
I'm sorry. I'm
Brian,
off the rails.
That's incredible.
I'm off the rails here.
That sounds like a very sexy and very interesting documentary. Did you listen to any music?
It's not good. It's not good.
Did you do anything else besides that? Give me something else. Try again. Here we go.
Sean, help me out here.
Listen, man. Pat, to like just wrap it all up. It's a really messed up documentary where you think you know what's happening and you think you know the route where it's going, and right what you think is going to happen is just wham! No, you didn't. Completely opposite.
Just like
right.
Just like
I'm trying to tell you without telling you. It's hard because I don't want to give it away.
It's a whirlwind of a story. It goes up, it goes down, it goes left, it goes right. If you're into documentaries like that, if you're into gruesome documentaries like that, feel free to give it a watch.
There's murder, incest, lying, and babies perishing.
It sounds like The Hills Have Eyes, but it's not. It's a documentary.
I hate this. Great choice, Brian. What did you watch, consume this week, Sean?
I watched.
I know you watched that weird shit.
I did. Listen, I'll tell you this. I watched the first 35 minutes. So where I got up to, the kid was already up for adoption, was adopted. Then the father, which was the grandfather, kidnapped the kid, and it was just like I was like, okay, not watching this. Thank you. I don't like this. I'm
gonna give you a little spoiler. The guy wasn't. Seconds. I'm sorry. The guy wasn't even the father of any of the people. He kidnapped these children. The girl, the original girl. He kidnapped a baby and pretended that it was his daughter.
Yo, I don't want to point this out because like it's so awesome that I don't want to make you self-conscious about it, but when you get really excited, you lean so close that your entire face
is out of the picture.
Takes up the screen. No, and it's like so funny. It's great. I feel like
you look like Face from Nick Jr.
Oh God, Sean, just tell me something you watched.
So I watched a shit ton of Boy Meets World, and then I got bored, and I watched Super Mario Brothers with John Leguizamo. You guys remember that?
It's one of my favorite movies, dude.
Yeah, dude. I wanted to see some Goombas dancing in an elevator.
Wow.
And I had a delivery guy who looked like a Goomba. That then hit my mind. Go watch the Super Mario Brothers. It's been a while. So I went, got the movie, went home, watched it, and I laughed. And then I watched Boy Meets World. So you say it was very nostalgic 90s weekend for your boy.
Boy Meets World, one of the best shows ever made.
I wanted to see Vader in it, so I just started watching all the shows until I led up to Vader. And it was like, I'm waiting for Shawn Michaels in the WWF Madison Square Garden for the title. Woof. So yeah, that's what I did, man. That is what I did.
I just like seeing Vader in like regular clothes when he was like at school.
Yeah,
like,
man. It was
where he would like
cool,
wear
man.
a suit and like just like.
I think whenever wrestlers were in TV shows back in the day, it was like, whoa, how'd he get there? How'd he get there?
Agree.
What is he doing there? I don't know. That's what I did, man.
So we're all losers, basically.
We're losers.
I beat Bloodborne.
You did.
So that makes me a little bit less. That's like a little bit less of a loser.
Did you
How many hours
get the second end?
Together?
Did you get the sorry?
No,
I'm sorry,
I've only beat it through one time, and I beat the DLC. I got the DLC, and I did one playthrough of it, and now I'm playing Dark Souls 2.
How are you liking that?
It's very hard. It's hard. It's the hardest one of all the ones that I've played.
Until you play Dark Souls 1.
Right, and Sekiro.
So, I made this song, dude. I made the Cuck of the Week song.
Ooh.
I feel like the Cuck of the Week song was wildly regarded as one of the best Pantera cover songs ever. And actually, in the wake of that song premiering last week, Pantera has now announced that they want to go on tour. And
do you think it's because that song? Do you think it's because you made that?
Yeah, I think that they might say Cuck of the Week during Walk. But we've also decided through group text as a crew, that maybe Cuck isn't really the best way to call out the biggest loser of the week.
Right. Because cucks are humans that don't really they don't do anything wrong. Like as the definition of a cuck, really, they don't really do anything wrong to anybody.
We got tons of messages.
They actually did.
They get not right. They're very giving. They're very giving, and they're right. It's just I feel like the word sounds insulting. Like they should have gotten a different name because they're like it's like not right. It's not right that they got called cucks. I don't like it.
Yeah,
because we use it offensively, and I think that we should change it from cuck of the week to idiot of the week, because that's what we're really trying to say, is that the people are idiots, not cucks. Not cucks.
Right. I do like how I'm sorry, go ahead, Sean.
Exact definition of idiot. What is an idiot?
Idiots aren't loved, right? We can agree on that. Idiots are annoying. They say stupid shit that you want to smack them and just tell them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Idiots.
So idiot of the week.
Idiot of the week.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work because cuck of the week, walk has 1 syllable. Idiot is now 3 syllables, so we have to find a new song to Weird Al.
It's harder.
Yeah, so we'll get back to you on that. But, I mean, maybe just one last time. Just for old time's sake.
For old time's sake.
All right, put your fingers in your ears, everybody, because this is probably going to be a lot louder than the audio levels. Enjoy. For probably the final time, maybe not the final time on this show, but this is the first time it will be played on the final show it's featured on. The Cuck of the Week theme song, followed by Brian's nominations for Cuck of the Week and Sean and myself's comments and votes on those nominations. Get ready. You ready? 1, 2, 3, cuck.
Cuckolds are brave.
Cuckolds are emotionally strong.
Cucks are wonderful.
Cuck of the Cuck of the Week. Cuck of the Week. Cuck of the Cuck of the Week. Brian's Cuck of the Week.
Cucks are loved.
And just pointing out, there's a very important message hidden within that song, and it's at the end where it says "cucks are loved."
Right. That's the whole game changer. That was the game changer for me, because it made me realize. We love the
cuckles. We love you, cuckles.
Just like Jordan Grace, we're gonna walk it back, and just expect complete and total forgiveness, which we, of course, Sean, will receive humbly and gracefully.
We shall.
As always.
We most certainly shall.
Well, for this week, the cuck of I'm going to say idiot of the week now, just because.
Okay.
Idiot of the week is the man himself.
Drumroll.
Phil Anselmo has decided, since the perishing of the last abbot, Vinnie Paul, that he's going to now take this band Pantera.
The band.
And go on a little tour with the band, with the only other original member, Rex Brown, the bass player.
Yeah, so that's 50%, dude. That's the only 2 that you can have.
It's the only 2 you can have. But the only reason it really makes me upset is that the other 2 members were completely against any of it.
Without Dime.
No, not even when Dime was alive. Dime didn't want to have anything to do with the man Phil Anselmo. I think no matter how good of talent someone may have, if they're a terrible person, fuck them.
Who's a terrible person, Phil?
I think Phil is not a very good man.
He looks like he loves Donald Trump and all those things.
I think that a lot of people that buy these tickets...
he can't. He's Phil, dude. He doesn't believe in horrible things. He believes in death, destruction, and playing things very fast and hitting things.
I think he believes he white power. He gave a white power salute at not too long ago at a show.
Not too long ago.
Whoa. Yeah, like a couple of years ago.
Was it maybe an accident? Was he just thinking maybe he was doing some kind of modified Nation of Domination type of thing?
the man is known for it. He used to do it all the time back in the day.
Maybe it's like Wayne's World.
Dude, their merch. And honestly, I don't know Vinnie Paul and Dimebag Darrell, but I'm going to say there might be a little racist too with their little Confederate flags.
You think that they cared enough to actively think that the South would rise again? You don't think it was just some kind of local pride 718 type of just misguided metal thing?
I don't know. I think they're hanging out with a bunch of Pantera fans, and I don't know what they believe in.
Well,
but
the Pantera
I like
fans,
Pantera.
the Pantera fans, the Stone Sour fans, definitely, probably, Yikes.
I don't know. I think that it's very disgusting that Phil would do. It's been widely known that there's going to be no Pantera. He's been playing Pantera songs with the Illegals. Why can't he just keep doing that? Why does he have to play it with Rex Brown? Like, I don't understand the significance of him playing the songs with different people. Just because he's just using the name Pantera. He's literally just using the name to make mad money. They're gonna make T-shirts. It's gonna be a whole fucking
this is
thing.
Something they had
disgusting
for a while.
Makes me want to fucking vomit. They're all idiots.
All right, I don't care about this anymore. Sean, hey, shout out Pantera walk meme with the old man diving RVD 2050. You know, probably 156,000 things and probably even more impressions. So let's shout out Sean. You know, and, hey, you know
legendary.
What, Brian?
That's a legendary meme.
Based on what you said, fuck Pantera. That's fine. I'm okay saying that.
I won't even call them Pantera. It's Pantera 2023.
Pantera bread.
That's not Pantera bread.
Yeah.
Shit bread. Moldy bread.
No, we don't like him.
Wow, yeah. Phil and JBL loved to hail the Fuhrer. Wow.
Dude.
That's right there from the chat. That's right there from the audience.
I'm not even going to touch it, but fuck them all.
Yo, shout out Jackie. What's up? 631. You know, 631. That's the area code out in LI. You know, you just have
Long Island, right?
Can I give an honorable mention for a second idiot of the week?
Oh, so the idiot of the week is definitely Phil. You're just
but there's an honorable mention.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Did you hear about the Elgin story? The guy in Japan that got
Elgin?
Is it Elgin? It's Elgin. I call him Elgin.
What, he shoplifted or something?
Allegedly he shoplifted some kind. Allegedly, because now did you hear the report that he said that he didn't steal it?
Well, I would assume that the guy who got caught for stealing would say he didn't steal it. Yeah.
Right. But he got caught stealing protein powder, and he's like, he could be in jail for up to 10 years in Japan.
Listen, that shit is not cheap. I mean, I don't know about it, but I would assume it's not. Sean, do you have a nomination or two for C of the W or Idiot of the Week? We're off to find the Idiot of the Week.
The Idiot of the Week, in Sean's opinion, is Mercedes Varnado, formerly known as Sasha Banks.
Whoa.
Banks, formerly known as Mercedes, formerly known as Sasha, is now taking bookings. And I think she's actually booked in a Comic-Con as Mercedes Varnado. And how much is she actually charging? Do you guys know? I think it's an arm, a leg, a head, maybe a few eyeballs.
I'm sorry, but if you're a famous person, she was in fucking Star Wars, bro. How much are you asking for if you're going for an appearance?
Well, she wasn't in Star Wars: A New Hope.
If you're coming out on
Dude, she's in Star Wars. She's in canon. She's in canon. She's in the story. Bro, she's a high profile person, dude.
I'm sorry, listen. There has not been enough time. She has not done enough. She has not been in a movie yet. Put her in a movie.
Well, let me put this into perspective.
She's a goddamn Star Wars.
Hold on for a second. Hold on, please. Let me put it in perspective for the viewers, and then I'll let you guys keep arguing. What these two are arguing about is that Sasha Banks is on the convention circuit now, apparently, for hire for the low price of $30,000, which equals the top of the top in appearance fees for wrestling. I don't know where it ranks on the level for appearance fees. Like, is she asking more than the Green Ranger? I would think. Now, listen, Sasha Banks wasn't Sasha Banks, and we're just judging her on science fiction credibility. I think that the Green Ranger probably pulls more fucking dinero than fucking the girl who was on the fucking Star Wars thing for a minute.
I completely disagree with you.
Dude, when you say she was in Star Wars, you are literally doing the 747 in the Grand Canyon yet again. She was a character in now 1,000 Star Wars things.
Right. And she's in one of the newest, most popular ones. People didn't really give a fuck about the newest. Everybody shat on the Star Wars movies, but everybody loves fucking Mandalorian.
Listen, when
the most popular shit.
When Braun Strowman was a free agent, he was looking for $10K for a wrestling match or an appearance. Same with Enzo. And so I don't really fault her for the 30,000. It's like, yo, get your money. The money's out there. Go get the money. I think that's also a statement, bank statement that she doesn't really care for appearances. Like, yo, San Diego Comic-Con, if Disney wants to sponsor me, give me $30K, I'll go there. But I'm not going to fucking Cherry Hill science fiction anime con for fucking, you know what I'm saying? So it weeds out the weak bookings. Is she
still doing the show? Is she doing the comic? Is she doing the show, or did they tell her no because she asked for $30,000?
It's like, listen, yeah, maybe she might even get a fucking Star Wars spin-off starring her. But there's so much content out there that it's a 747 in a Grand Canyon. So it's like, okay, listen, the only thing she can hope for is to get money, and which I think she's getting. So it's like, whatever. Sean, what do you think, Sean?
Well, she thinks she's an idiot.
She thinks she's an idiot? She thinks you're an idiot, Brian. Hold on, Sean, before I get to you, I want to tell a quick story. I feel like we've already said this on YouTube. I was ambushing Sam Roberts at a meet and greet, and Sasha Banks was the guest. And so it was like, hey, who has questions for Sasha Banks? And I raised my hand, and I was like, I actually have a question for Sam. You know, they came to me. They gave me the microphone. I said, I have a question for Sam. Sasha Banks actually said, she talked some shit to me. She's like, oh, I come all this way and something, and you want to talk to Sam? I was like, oh, yeah, I love you, Sasha. But yes, you know. But, so, you know, I thought
she was playing a character.
I feel like that was a bad attitude to have.
Anyway, she's a fucking wrestler, dude. She's being Sasha Banks.
Sean, what the hell do you think, goddammit?
I think that maybe, like you said, it's a statement. Maybe this is her way of saying, I don't really want to do anything. And if I do something, this is how much I want to get paid. Do I think she's going to end up doing these all the time? No. Do I think she should be charging that much? Absolutely not. If she's charging that, so should Lita. So should Trish. Why should
How do you know they don't?
Bro, have you seen the tables that they're at? No disrespect now.
Well,
but if they're getting paid that much, I'm
Trish
assuming they're on
table.
a table that's on a stage.
But I'm saying Comic-Con itself is like a huge thing. They're making they're making a lot of money.
Yeah, but like John Morrison has a table at Comic-Con. Like Zack Ryder and his figures should have a table at Comic-Con. They're not doing a $30,000 fucking signing, dude.
No, dude, that's big, man.
They're not in Star. I mean, okay, but Sasha Banks is more popular than those guys. She's a more famous person than those.
Sean and Brian. Sean first. How much do you think Stone Cold charges for a meet and greet? How much do you think Undertaker's getting?
At least 100. At least 100K.
Undertaker 100K.
Stone Cold doesn't even do meet and greets, dude. I've never even when the fuck.
So now they have this Fitterman Sports is the people who organize all these meet and greets, and they also do Comic-Cons and stuff like that. So now every time there's a very big pay-per-view, this Fitterman group goes out to whatever state that's held in the big pay-per-view, and they hold these like Comic-Con style meet and greets. So WWE is capitalizing on it, and they're doing their own now. I don't know, man. But Sasha Banks should not be charging that much. She's not worth that much. She need to get her ass back in the ring and do what she should be doing, wrestling. That's it. And she's not a Star Wars character, Brian.
She's
not Star Wars.
She's technically one.
Disney Plus. That is not Star Wars, all right?
It is though.
I'm sorry. The Mandalorian is not Star Wars.
Hey. It's actually a very, very good show.
Listen,
widely renowned.
Good. But Star Wars to me are the movies that we grew up on. These are shows.
Yeah, but still millions and millions of people are watching it.
Millions.
Millions. They're all watching it and they're all seeing her and they all know who she is, and that's what it is. All the eyes are on her. They're talking about Sasha Banks.
Yeah, she's an idiot. That's why they are talking about her, because she's an idiot. No, I'm just kidding. By the way, the chat, shout out Jackie, shout out everybody hanging out. Alicia says in the chat, it's actually pretty low in the scale of celebrities for cons.
Right.
And Jackie says, hey, listen, she's fully in her right to charge that much. Urka says $30K minus taxes isn't $30K. And I'm going to say this.
Facts, dude.
I'm going to say this also. There are different breakdowns of how these people get paid at meet and greets, right? So, like, the Undertaker is charging like $250 per signature at his shit, right? So like,
think so? It's not like he doesn't have like a flat, like he doesn't.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
a flat thing.
There are different. I know this from Outlaw. There are different deals. Like, okay, hey, you sit there and I'll give you this much, and you keep all the merch money. or it's like, no, you wouldn't be all, but it'd be like, I'll give you this much, and you know, I'll give, and we split it, right, or whatever. Yep. But then there's also like, okay, here's this much money, and I'm keeping everything. You know, like I'm going to print up the 8x10s, and every signature that you do, I'm charging and I'm keeping the money. So, you know, like if she's going to sit there and just sign shit and take pictures, and everybody else is going to keep all the money, you know, it depends on the situation, is what I'm saying.
I think I think that what she was doing, she's not like the people that are going to her table, they're not paying her. They're paying Comic-Con.
Well, and she's getting a flat depends on the setting.
Comic-Con to be there all day. She's doing a day's work, and I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that she's showing you that she hates the fans that much. It's like, yo, you're going to have to literally pay me $30,000 to talk to these fucking people all day.
She's honestly always been known to not be very fucking fan-friendly person.
She's not She's not very friendly.
Dude, she's very to herself. She dates like a low-profile dude. They're very to themselves. They're like nerds. Like, dude, she gets her money and does what she does. She's not an idiot. She's a smart freaking lady.
Yo, Steve, what's up? Steve DeCasa.
Smart freaking lady.
By the way, let's give a hand.
She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. Talking about it, she's a lady. And she's an idiot.
All right, so let us know in the chat what you think. Sasha Banks or Phil Alsamo?
Definitely Phil Anselmo's the clear winner in this.
Alsamo, as they say. Give it up for Bald Steve.
30,000 cuckish.
Yo, you guys excited? You guys excited to be in the studio next week?
Oh, I look forward to it.
Bro,
ever since the first one.
Big week next week. Big week. We got Bull James, scheduled guest. I might have a few tricks up my sleeve as well. I think we'll figure it out. We're going back to the scene of the crime, Otter House, next week. Yo, speaking of Sasha Banks, though, and speaking of money and people who just do things for money, we all were watching the same thing last night about this time, which was the Ric Flair YouTube documentary hype video part 2. Ric Flair 78. Oh! 70. Ah! My surgery!
My surgery! My surgery!
Ah! You punched me!
Give me your shoe! Give me your shoe! Give me your shoe!
Ric Flair, approximately 78 years old?
No, 72. 72.
What did Jeff Jarrett yell in the parking lot as he was beating his ass? 78, I feel like.
Hey, he's a 70-something-year-old man, Jay. Stop it.
You know, I mean, listen, in the heat of the moment, maybe you exaggerate. You add on like maybe 6-ish years.
His wrestling age, the wrestling age.
This is my favorite thing of the week, actually. I'm sorry that it took long for us to get to this, but I'm so excited. Thank you for watching. Blvd Bullies, please subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Yo. Ric Flair is, for those of you who don't know, Ric Flair is doing a match, okay? So SummerSlam is at the end of the month. The 31st, Sean?
The 30th.
The 30th, right? So with a big event, the SummerSlam, WrestleMania, comes all of different wrestling, independent contractors from all over the world, signings, fucking indie shows, Fight TV, IWTV, everybody congregates in that area, and it's like a little fucking gathering of the juggalos right there in whatever city. And this month, at the end of the month, SummerSlam is in Nashville, Tennessee, correct?
That is right. Nashville, Tennessee.
I don't know how or why, but Ric Flair is coming out of retirement. By the way, side note, Ric Flair might have had one of my favorite retirement matches ever. So he's basically shitting on that, and he's coming out of retirement.
What was the match? I'm sorry, you can't just say that without saying what the match was.
Dude, he lost to Shawn Michaels. I'm sorry, I love you.
I'm sorry, I love you.
That's a great match, man.
I'm sorry, I love you. Come on, get with it, Brian. Anyway, he's coming out of retirement, and it's him and his son-in-law, Andrade, versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. And, dude, you know, we were all kind of shitting on it and hating on it. But I slept on it. I had a night to think about it.
I love it.
And I kind of love it, too. Sean, what do you think? Tell me about it. Could you get more in depth with what happens at the promo? It's a 23-minute video, too.
So now this is the second. Now they're releasing, you know, little like 20-minute videos every week leading up until the big match, which is next Sunday, the 31st in Nashville. So yesterday's video was basically focusing on what happened after the big press conference in Nashville where we had Jim Crockett, Jim Ross, the mayor of Tennessee was there, along with Jeff Jarrett. Now, as Ric Flair was walking to his car with Jim Crockett, Jay Lethal is laying on like a dock area for trucks.
Oh wait, so give me some backstory on Jay Lethal for those who don't know. How does Jay Lethal fit into this?
So Jay Lethal fits into this because he has been training Flair, and these videos been circulating the web of Jay Lethal and Ric Flair in a ring, working spots, taking bumps, suplexes, body slams, off the ropes, crossbody drops, you name it, the whole nine, right? So Jay Lethal has, there's been some rumblings, everybody's not knowing what's happening, but Jay Lethal's been upset of not being on the card, not knowing why, but everybody's just rumbling about him not being on the card. So now this video shows Jay Lethal approaching Ric Flair about not being on the card.
Because Ric Flair did not even invite Jay Lethal to this press conference either.
No, he didn't.
So Jay Lethal flew himself out just to wait by Ric Flair's car and be like, "Yo, dude, what the hell? I trained you. I trained you to come back." Right? Okay, please.
So he also no-showed a podcast with Conrad Thompson and Ric Flair. Some words was said there, so Lethal went to go approach him on it, and he's like, you disrespected me. I helped you. You used me.
You used me.
And these words, they stuck. And eventually, what else stuck? With a fist to Flair's forehead of Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal.
And he got him. He got him.
And
right in his surgery.
Right in the surgery, dude.
Right in the surgery.
It was a parking lot after this press conference. And by the way, during the press conference, Ric Flair gave 2 tickets to Jeff Jarrett and made an offhanded comment about him and his brother. And Jeff Jarrett's another living legend, right? So Ric Flair and what the fuck's his name? Crockett?
Jim Crockett.
Jim Crockett are walking. Jim Crockett's another living legend. So they're walking to the car. Jay Lethal confronts him. And it finally ends in the punch to the gut. But Ric Flair reacts and goes, "Oh, my surgery!" And just crumbles to the ground.
It was funny. It was cool.
Dude,
following that, you see Jarrett walking down. Now Jarrett's with his wife.
Jarrett and his wife. Right.
He's just walking with his jacket on a velvet hanger. On a velvet hanger, not a wired hanger, a velvet hanger. Right? And you just see him drop it slowly. Jay, what are you doing?
Yeah, they're trying to break it up. Yeah, everyone's trying to break it up.
He's a 70-something-year-old man. And now Flair's whispering to Jarrett, "Jarrett, get the fuck away from me. I never liked you. Never liked you or your father." Now Jarrett's pummeling Flair.
Yeah, fuck you.
The whole melee of things. Jarrett's shoe came off and, "Give me your shoe. Give me your shoe." It was insane. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I just fell in love with the storyline. I'm excited to see it explode. Live in Nashville.
Ric Flair bled his own blood.
Oh, it was crazy.
No, that wasn't his own blood. That was a little fucking Hollywood magic, I think.
No, he bladed his
maybe he fucking bladed a little bit, but that
he bladed. That's a Ric Flair bleed right there.
So color, baby, that's color.
Other highlights include because when Ric Flair got punched in the stomach and said, "Oh, my surgery," I was like, "Oh my god, this is making my stomach turn a little bit." And then when it cuts to Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett beating the shit out of him, and then Jeff Jarrett says to his wife, "Give me your shoe. Give me your shoe." And he takes the high heel and he just starts cracking Ric Flair on the head with it. And Ric Flair, he's a bloody mess. He's an absolute disgusting bloody mess. Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett are clapping, they're high-fiving, and they're like, "Yo, if you want to have a great last match, you're going to have to go through us, bitch."
Yeah, man, it was cool to see. I wasn't expecting it. When I seen it on my YouTube, I was like, you know what? Let's give it a watch. Let's see what's going on with these purple shoes.
Is the wife of Jeff Jarrett who gave the shoe Kurt Angle's ex-wife?
That's Karen Angle.
Still?
Karen Angle. Yeah, that's the one who jumped the barricade when Angle won the belt during the Alliance thing, and the security was going to tackle her. That's her.
Jeff Jarrett, what a piece of shit.
That's homegirl right there.
Can I just say that I will say that the first half of that whole thing, I was tearing up from what they were talking about.
Oh man, they get reeled into it. They show him working out.
Dude, it gets you super into it, and then once Jay Lethal is outside waiting for Ric Flair, goes off
you're
the rails.
Wow, you're in your head. You're like, you know what? I don't even work out like this old man. Man, Yeah, you do that, bro. He's just there rowing like this.
He's rowing the fuck, dude. That's not easy. It's not easy to row.
Man, it's not. And he's a cardiovascular machine. Like Tim Crockett said.
He's a cardiovascular machine.
Shout out to Flair. Shout out to everybody who's involved in the match. It's gonna be cool to see. Next week is big. It's a big wrestling week.
Fuck Ric Flair.
Dude, if my fucking grandfather would have do that when he was that age, he would have fucking got broken in half from doing that bump, dude. He wouldn't have been able to move.
Surgery.
He would have been paralyzed.
My surgery.
I'm talking about the bumps. The bumps, man.
Yo, and you know what? It was very stupid. It was very stupid. But all of wrestling at this point is so stupid. Once again,
right.
747 in the Grand Canyon, dude. Everything is stupid. But as far as the stupid fucking wrestling shit, they did a good job. And I think Conrad Thompson is at the head of it. He's got all the best wrestling podcasts on the planet. And now he's hyping up a dope match. He's got great video set up, great production, dude.
It's like look like fucking ESPN.
The shit is dope. And yes, was it silly to watch Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett beat up Ric Flair? Yes, it was. But
was that the actual mayor? That was the actual mayor of Tennessee there.
And there was this one
Ric
moment.
Flair Day, the Ric Flair Day.
And they were just bleeping the whole thing. It was like, "Fuck you, fucking Jeff Jarrett, you fucking idiot." And then Jeff Jarrett was like, "No, fuck you, Ric Flair. I fucking hate you. You're a fucking bitch." And they were just cursing. They were face to face, just two old ass men.
Demonetized.
Oh, you want to play it? We got demonetized with that string, didn't we? You want to play it? Let's do it. You ready? Here we go, yo.
When you gonna pay me? When you suck the money out of my ass. Now get the fuck out.
You know?
Demonetized.
There you go. It happened. Yo, Jeff Jarrett is also not only murdering Ric Flair with Kurt Angle's ex-wife's shoe, but he's also going to be inexplicably the special guest referee of the Usos versus the Street Profits.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it's like just like Pantera. It's like a Confederate flag thing somehow. I feel like Jeff Jarrett's gonna reveal some shit or some shit's gonna happen.
It's very strange.
He winds up owning WWE at one point.
I think within the next 3 years, Jeff Jarrett's gonna run everything. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why Jarrett?
I think Jeff Jarrett's an idiot.
He's just a fucking ladder climber, smooth talking, slap nuts motherfucker, dude. And
so now, one more question: is that Khan appointing him, or is that just him taking the reins himself?
You know what, dude? Actually, man, fuck. I hate to do this. Now I try to think about why Jeff Jarrett might potentially be in the ear magically of all the wrestling promoters and all the people in wrestling everywhere, near and far. And, he stole Kurt Angle's wife, and she's kind of like a hot old broad, right? And I'm just thinking about what chips does Jeff Jarrett have to negotiate with. Then I'm thinking about Phil Alsamo, and I'm just thinking it's time to play.
Cuckolds are brave.
Couples are emotionally strong.
Could it be the source of his power?
Wonderful.
Cock! Of the Cock of the Week! All right, I stopped it. I stopped it in between. All right. Fuck Jeff Jarrett. What do you guys think about Monday Night Raw, WWE, fucking SummerSlam, all the things that happened this week? I'm going to be honest with you. I watched the Pat McAfee opening promo for Friday Night SmackDown. I did not watch anything on Monday, but I do have notes. So, Brian, can you tell me what's going on in the world of WWE?
The only thing that I like on SmackDown is freaking Gunther. He's the only good part about SmackDown. Like the whole thing that he's doing with what's his boy's name? His manager.
They changed their names. I can't remember. But
dude, did you see what he did? He displeased Gunther. He displeased Gunther, and he starts fucking chopping him, dude. And it's so good, dude, because he embarrassed Gunther. You don't embarrass him. He lost.
Oh, he lost.
He lost a match.
He lost a non-title to Shinsuke.
Right.
And that's what happens when you displease the fucking man. Yeah, I think that the match with Shinsuke and Gunther is going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. But that's all I'm excited for from SmackDown.
They said that they were going to go. Yeah, so go ahead, Sean.
For Raw, I'm excited for next week in Madison Square Garden, where they'll be celebrating Rey Mysterio's 20th year in the WWE.
No, come on.
So not
You're
only
telling me that next week Monday Night Raw is in the Garden.
In the Garden.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yep. So it's in the Garden.
Right. The only thing that's announced.
Not only that. There were there's been these vignettes been playing, and a lot of people saying, is it Bray Wyatt coming back? Is it Freddy Krueger? But no, it looks like it's Edge. And from what they're saying, Edge is going to pop up in the Garden next week. So they're saying that next week, Dominic Mysterio was going to become part of the Judgment Day. They're going to be celebrating Rey Mysterio's 20th year in the WWE, and we might see Edge. So that's what I'm looking forward to most.
So do you think Edge is going to help Rey Mysterio when Dominic turns?
Oh, yeah.
Dominic's going to turn.
Oh, I don't think Dominic's even going to turn.
I kind of like Dominic having his own thing though. Like him getting away from Rey Mysterio is kind of good. Been sucking Rey Mysterio's dick this whole time, and I hate it.
So who's the third guy? Who's the
you know what I'm saying?
Guy? What it's Finn.
It's Balor, Priest, Mysterio, his son Dominic, and then now Edge is somehow
Rhea Ripley, but she's got a whole heart thing, which is sad.
Wait, no. It's got to be 3-on-3. So it's going to be Rey and Edge and somebody against Finn and Damian and Dominic.
You think that's
it could just be a 2-on-2. Why couldn't it just be a 2-on-2? Rey and Edge against Damian Priest and Dominic.
And Dominic turns during
the
match.
Finn and Dom, like a Finn and Dominic.
So what's the SummerSlam match in this situation?
Rey versus Dominic.
No, they're not going to do that.
Too soon. That's
it's
going
to be like a tag or a trios.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this Monday we'll figure out what match it'll be and who will it be a part of. If Edge doesn't return this Monday and make it a tag match, then it'll probably be some sort of single match with Priest, Mysterio, Balor on the outside.
For Rey, it's literally the go home show at MSG. There's got to be a big something return.
Dude. I don't think that Dom turns, dude. I think that they murder Rey on the 20th. Edge makes the save, and Edge tags with Dom to try to elevate Dominic.
Do you think he fakes? He's gonna fake that. Do you think he fakes the turn, but then ends up helping Rey in the end?
No, Dominic ain't that dynamic of an actor, dude. It's just gonna be like they're beating the shit out of them. They're holding down Dominic. They injure Rey, and Edge comes and makes the save, and then Edge tries to elevate Dominic.
Is this another Julia Hart situation? It's very Julia
Hart. He's got the poison. He's got the poison in him. Yo, so the SummerSlam match you think is gonna be a tag?
I think it's going to be tagged.
What do you think it is, Sean? Tell me.
I think it's Balor, and I think Priest, and I think it's going to be Mysterio with Edge. And I think we're going to have this guy on the outside. And this guy
Dominic's just going to be...
And I think Dom is going to cost him the match somehow. He may not turn with them, but I think he's just going to inadvertently cause the upset.
I think he'll end up helping Edge and fucking...
upset.
Right.
But it'll be cool to see Edge back in the Garden, and it'll be a very big moment because... we need a summer Madison Square Garden moment. We get them every year.
Yo, SummerSlam is coming up. They got the last man standing between Brock and Roman. They got Jake Paul now, right, versus fucking The Miz.
The Miz.
They got Jeff Jarrett as a special ref between Usos and Montez because Jeff Jarrett's going to be in town for the other thing. What else they got going on? What's the women's championship? It's Becky versus
Bianca.
The
rematch. It's a rematch from last year.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw the graphic, and they started putting Becky's ridiculous headgear into the graphic, which I thought was very, very stupid. Yo, so SummerSlam sucks, obviously. Even if it sucked as bad as it does right now, card-wise.
We got Riddle and Rollins as well.
Oh, is that confirmed?
That's confirmed. Riddle and Rollins.
See, this is one of those pay-per-views where if it was at the Barclays, I would care, but because it's not, I don't care. I just care because it's like a thing that they're doing. It doesn't feel as big as other years, Sean.
I feel like I'm literally only excited for the IC title match, which is Gunther versus Shinsuke.
You love Gunther.
I love Shinsuke. I think they're both awesome.
Shinsuke is getting demolished, bro.
All right, so
you think he's just going to be demolished?
That's it, yeah.
I think it's going to be a good match.
We shall see.
But does it feel like SummerSlam?
Not really.
No, it doesn't. You know what? SummerSlam for me, SummerSlam for me is the highway to hell. SummerSlam for me is Stridex blimps flying around the arena. That's SummerSlam for me. But you know what? You take what you could get. You make the best out of it. And it should be cool. I mean, listen, you got this guy with the briefcase running around being an idiot.
He is. He's a big-time idiot, yeah.
He's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be cool to see how that plays out. Randy Orton's still not back yet. Randy Orton could possibly come back at the Garden. Why not the Garden for a comeback? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
We'll make it SummerSlam. SummerSlam moments make themselves. You know what I think about SummerSlam? I think
you already said Stridex blimps.
And Bret Hart, 97, Taker, Sean Spitz. Remember that? That's SummerSlam.
Dude, was that a SummerSlam match?
SummerSlam 97. Sean's the referee versus Taker and Bret. Taker's champ. Bret goes over as the champion. That's the last time he won it.
Wow. Dude.
Yeah, man.
Because I have
East Rutherford, New Jersey.
The next segment that we were going to do was going to be, and great way, we tiptoed into it. And we really got there organically. And I just want to shout out you, Sean. I want to shout out you, Brian. I want to shout out everybody watching right now. And now we are going to talk about our favorite SummerSlam matches. And Sean, I'm very upset because I highly regard the spit finish as one of the greatest finishes in wrestling history. And I forgot that was in SummerSlam. So I have a top 5 SummerSlam matches memories that doesn't even include that, which I think that's like the S tier. That's the S tier because I just skipped my mind, dude.
That SummerSlam is a sleeper. A lot of people forget about it. You know who opened that SummerSlam before you go on to your list?
Oh, my God. I don't even know.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Mankind in the cage, the blue cage.
SummerSlam 97.
This is when he took off the mask and everybody was like, it's Mick Foley, it's Cactus Jack, that's him. Oh. And he jumped off and he did the elbow.
Right. He did the snooker elbow.
Yeah, off the cage on the right side of the ring, East Rutherford, New Jersey, baby. I'll never forget that.
Goodness gracious! So I don't even. Yep. You know what? And if I had to redo my list, I would probably put both those matches on my top 5. I feel like I forgot about SummerSlam '97. Those two moments are great.
Sleeper, baby. It's a sleeper.
What did Bret Hart do? Do you remember what Bret Hart did?
I love Bret Hart, man.
On that SummerSlam, did he do anything in SummerSlam '97?
He fought Taker.
Oh, right. Duh. My bad.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, before we get to it, this is what I wanted to ask you. Should we or should we not take our little break here? We're just about at an hour. Should we take a little...
I'm all for whatever.
I think maybe we should take a little smoke break.
I'll smoke it if you wanna.
I'm standing like the Briscoe brothers. The original, Jerry Briscoe.
Brian, could you give me a pose as well that like gives you and Sean like the essence of fighting at SummerSlam?
Dude, what are you doing? That's like Bloodsport.
Brian, could you scooch down a little bit? Sit lower. To your left. Yeah, nice. Screenshot this. SummerSlam 2022. Sean, do you have your top 5 favorite matches compiled, or are you just going to go off the dome?
Off the dome.
What about you, Brian?
I would have to compile.
And have you?
You didn't tell me I needed a top 5. I thought we were going favorite SummerSlams.
So you just so tell me the research that you did in your mind or online.
Well, my just the SummerSlam that I love most was 2002.
Don't say it.
What do you mean?
We're teasing it.
You just what are you saying? You just
asked me. I just asked you to tell me how you got to your conclusion and how many SummerSlams you thought of since we said think of SummerSlams. How many have you thought of?
I think that was his favorite overall pay-per-view. His favorite match.
Do you have any secondaries or tertiaries?
I have two. I have two SummerSlams. I have two SummerSlams.
Two is good.
Can I guess your next one, please?
Yeah.
So wait.
SummerSlam 01.
No.
What is it?
My favorite 2 SummerSlams was 02 and 98.
Oh, Highway to Hell, Madison Square Garden. Very good.
Wow.
Opened that one.
98 was when I started watching. That 98 was the WrestleMania 4. It's like when I started watching wrestling. But I think I like 2002 more. Do you remember 2002?
That isn't that. That's not the Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber is 03.
Oh,
02 is in Long Island. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, No Holds Barred, Rock, and Brock Lesnar for the title.
Yup.
Right?
Yo, Sean, what's up? Shout out, I Got Character Productions. Hakushi versus 123 Kid. Sean, do you know about that?
Ooh.
What year was that?
Baby.
What year was that?
95, baby. That's my favorite.
This guy read the chat. He knew it was 95.
I'm not reading it. I swear to God. Hakushi off the top rope and now. What up, maneuver?
Yo,
the cover. 1, 2, and only 2.
What's it going to take? Hakushi was pretty good. All right, you know what?
Great.
Let's take a little smoke break. That's what I want.
I'm ready.
You know what? I feel like I might want to go grab a bite. And by grab a bite, I mean walk down to the diner and spend like a half an hour waiting for it to go order, and then we'll resume. I'm just joking. Terrible joke. Yeah, I suck. Hey, you know what? Have we beaten demonetized?
Demonetized.
Several times.
Daniel in the chat, Urka, I Got Character, Steve, give us about 5 minutes. And we're going to be back with hour 2. Hour 2, we're going to break down all the SummerSlam. We're going to talk about AEW. I think that's pretty good. I mean, we had a few technical difficulties in the beginning. We did
slight.
Just very slight. They're getting less and less.
I couldn't even tell you what it was.
So in this next 5 minutes, I might even go ahead and like Uber Eats a Jack and Coke in a can or something. Wow. I just might get crazy with it. I don't even know. But thank you for watching. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to come back with SummerSlam's, favorite SummerSlams, and all of the AEW's going-ons. Blvd Bullies. Let me make believe DJ here. Smell ya in 5.
Oh, so cursed, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Boulevard.
Oh, so Christ, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
We did it. We did it. We did. I just cut it off real quick. We're back. Hey, how you guys doing? How are you, the viewers? You know, I made a horrible mistake. I made a terrible mistake. You know, because I had a few beers. Last time, we had a few beers before, so I got way too drunk. Now it's like, yo, I'm just feeling good. I need something more to sip on. So I did a drizzly. And you know what? Now I'm thinking, like, I shouldn't have done that drizzly. The drizzly shits. So stupid. So, you know, listen, I mean, at about 8:20, I may or may not, or between 8:20 and 8:45, I may need to go downstairs and show the guy my ID, get my cans of High Noon pineapple vodka that I bought. You know, it was a good price. You know, I'm going to have to edit some highlights after this. Some highlights, some lowlights. Go ahead. The cut water. No, I have not. Wow. Shout out Cutwater. Shout out Urka, who had 3 beers so far and hit her hip on the counter and got hurt. So you know what? Listen. My surgery. Ow. Yo, so let's talk SummerSlam, yo. We were just talking about the very uninspiring, unimpressive SummerSlam coming up. So we want to harken back to SummerSlam's past. We want to really dive into what makes our little childhood wee-wee stand up in terms of wrestling. Brian already listed his, and I've already forgotten, so we'll get back to you, Brian. Sean, I want you to tell me, take the floor, take the stage, take the stream over, and tell me. And by the way, chat, also, just throw some SummerSlam memories in there for us, please. Thank you. All right. Speaking of memories, did you see JR cut a promo, a sexy Twitter compliment promo on Natty and her sister's bikini photo? You think he was just sitting around eating some Blue Chew, like drinking some Moscow Mules, being like, you know what, he's just sitting there naked? JR. With his hat on. Wow, just looking like Jabba the Hutt. Wow. Yo, dude, now I want to order pizza, too. You fucked me up, Sean. Dude, JR just sitting naked tweeting is just the funniest fucking thing to me ever in history, dude. That's so fucking funny. Oh, my God. No, I can't stop thinking about JR naked now. All right, go ahead, Sean. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Davey. And
wait, hold on. Dude, I have a very important announcement to make.
What's wrong? Is everything okay?
I had you guys on mute this whole time.
No one said anything?
You guys didn't say anything. It was just me talking to voices, mouths.
No, I'm saying, like, in the chat, nobody said that they can't
I just saw it. No sound. Can only hear you. Can't hear Brian. Oh, I'm seeing it all now. Can't hear Brian or Sean. Can only hear you, Pat. No sound, Pat. Oh, my surgery. That's the.
Well, you know what? That's cool. It's
Cheers.
okay. It happens. Cheers.
Take a little sip.
What we were speaking about were our most absolute favorite SummerSlam matches.
Hey, be sure to tune in next Tuesday for an even better episode of Blvd Bullies where Steve is doing the sound, and we're live in studio with all types of special guests, special fun times, and it'll be a lot better. Thank
Cheering
you for
and
sticking
booing.
with us. Anyway, go ahead, Sean. God damn it!
So I'll start off with Brett and Davey Boy Smith in Wembley Stadium for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. I thought it was probably one of the best matches, pound for pound, at SummerSlam when I was a kid.
And what year was that?
That was 92, I believe.
92. And what? So okay, SummerSlam 92.
92. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. If I'm wrong, let me know. Following that,
the chat is saying that all they know is JR is naked. because all they heard was me talking about JR tweeting and JR getting naked. And they didn't hear you, so everybody's very perplexed about JR just sitting on his sofa naked. Sorry about that. Anyway, next match.
Okay, I want to say 93 was cool, but that was all Lex Express stuff, and
Yo, and keep in mind, I'm still going downstairs to pick up these cans, dude.
High Noon, shout out to High Noon and Jim Ross naked in the chair.
What the hell? Anyway.
Tweeting. Oh my God. All right. So then I also got Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, part 2 to that ladder match from WrestleMania 10. I thought that was probably one of the better of the two matches, is Shawn and Razor with their ladder match there. Next one I'm going to go is the Elimination Chamber from 03, where we had Goldberg, Kevin Nash, Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. Who else was in there? There's a sixth person I'm missing.
Rob Van Dam.
Van Dam.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool to see all those guys together. You know what I'm saying? The ruthless aggression.
That first Elimination Chamber match was the coolest shit.
Was that SummerSlam when Shawn Michaels came back with the brown tights and won? That was SummerSlam?
That's Brian's favorite, right? That's your favorite?
That was my favorite Elimination Chamber match that has happened.
Okay.
It was the first. That was the first.
From Survivor Series.
Right. It was it was Survivor Series. So what was the SummerSlam match?
SummerSlam was 03. Well, Goldberg, Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho. I think Orton was in it.
Oh, so that's a different one than what I'm thinking.
Kevin
Nash.
No.
It was just. What was it like?
This was the match that Kevin Nash finished wrestling with WWE and then went to go film The Punisher. So he went into this match with this Polish Russian haircut, where he had all frost tips and stuff like that.
Was it in a cage? Was it in a cage?
It was in a chamber.
It was in a chamber.
Not just a cage, a chamber, Brian.
It was the Elimination Chamber.
So it wasn't the first Elimination Chamber match.
No.
We're talking about SummerSlam. What else you got, Sean? SummerSlam.
Following that, I'm going to go Rock and Booker T at SummerSlam 01. The Alliance era was probably my favorite era in WWF. I don't know why.
It was the top of the top,
cool
bro.
To have WCW. Yeah, it was just the best of the best competing, and it seemed like real competition. You had different refs reffing the matches. You had WCW refs. You had WWF refs.
Nick
it was
Patrick.
just a cool time in wrestling.
They had beef, and it was funny because the refs had beef. It was like a whole beef with everybody. Everybody had beef.
They wrestled. They wrestled.
It was so good.
Some pay-per-view there.
So fun.
Yeah, man. And then I also got AJ and Cena at one of the recent ones at the Barclays Center, because that was a banger. You know what I'm saying? You had a TNA legend, AJ Styles, somebody who helped build a company and then went elsewhere to just become a pioneer in wrestling. Then you had John Cena, whose namestay is WWE, and just dominated that scene for a while. They clashed, and they went on to Royal Rumble and wrestled again. So that was just the beginning to a great story. So yeah, those are my favorite WrestleMania matches so far.
It was
SummerSlam.
It was SummerSlam first. That was AJ Cena won SummerSlam, and then they went on to do Royal Rumble.
To the Rumble, yeah.
So, those were both great.
A lot of cool stories get built from SummerSlam. You start a lot of stories for Mania. Some of those stories culminate at the Rumble. So SummerSlam's cool. Like we were saying, we anticipated it being so cool this year. So we wow, it's kind of a letdown.
It's not cool. Yeah, it's just another event. Just another event.
But I'll probably watch the old ones on Peacock. and just enjoy it. Why not, right?
Yo, Sean, you were right about one thing, and this is what I came up with when I was thinking about my favorites. Is that Bret Hart is like Mr. SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania, all right, fair enough. Really, Undertaker is Mr. WrestleMania, but whatever, I get it, right? Bret Hart is Mr. SummerSlam, dude, because on my list is Bret versus Mr. Perfect 91.
The Garden.
Seesaw matchup, dude. That's the first time I ever heard seesaw matchup. Just was like, wow, this is a seesaw matchup. This is 20 minutes of them going back and forth. It's a seesaw, Gorilla Monsoon.
With the coach at ringside.
Yo, and then I also have Bret versus Bulldog. Because, as a Bret fan, you've probably, heard all the stuff about that Bulldog forgot everything. And then, so Bret wrote it out and then called it in the ring and walked him through it. And it was like 32 minutes or whatever. Then I also have Bret versus Owen, 94.
94.
Right. Which might
the
be
on Horizon.
Yeah.
The first ever pay-per-view in that arena.
Dude, I didn't even know that. That's a great fact.
Yep.
Yeah, and I like that match even better than WrestleMania 10 because I watched that. I did what you did. I went on Peacock. I started watching. Yo, and then but then I have some silly ones. Boiler Room Brawl.
Ooh, 96.
Undertaker
and Mankind.
Undertaker versus Undertaker, of course.
94.
And then I have Cena versus AJ.
Quick question. Do you remember like when they had an ad for that match? It was like you had to eat your pizza backwards.
For the stuffed crust?
For that specific SummerSlam. I don't know. I just ate my pizza backwards all the time because they were like, you have to eat your pizza backwards when you get Pizza Hut and watch SummerSlam.
No, that pizza again, dude. Now I want pizza. God damn it.
Pizza.
So yeah, but you mentioned Bret versus Undertaker with Shawn as a special guest referee, and if I had remembered that was a SummerSlam match, that would have been my number one of all time because I fucking love that match, dude. I love that match. But Cena versus AJ also at SummerSlam. That's like my modern classic.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
It's like as an adult, what did you enjoy watching most? Because sometimes it's like okay, it gets repetitive. You see the moves happening, you know what's gonna happen. You like a good story, and that Cena AJ was a great representation of what modern day era wrestling is. So
the CM Punk heist was during SummerSlam too when he won the belt from Cena that time and he then took it, right?
That was Money in the Bank.
Oh shit, I suck.
So wait,
in
what
July
were you
though,
two now,
so
Brian?
then it led up to it.
My favorite SummerSlams was 02, which was the Brock Rock when Brock won the championship for the first time.
Yep.
And the Shawn Michaels Triple H when DX they were like that was like when DX finally broke up and they fought.
That was like pay-per-view.
It was like just epic shit for me as a kid.
Yep.
Dude, I completely fell out from 2001 to 2011.
You're also 5 years older than me, so I'm younger than you.
Yeah, true.
So when I got into it, I was just a younger boy, so that was my shit, But also 1998 when it was Stone Cold versus The Undertaker and fucking The Rock versus Triple H in the ladder match for the Intercontinental belt.
Yep.
And and fucking Kai and Tai versus the Oddities.
What?
Kai and Tai versus the Oddities, dude. It's just legendary. The Oddities are my favorite shit at
Some
that time.
people don't like these oddities and something and something.
Yeah, your mama has a beard.
Oddities in town.
That's Men on a Mission.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. Legendary time, dude.
I'm actually
Right?
dressed
I
like
love it.
Mabel right now, actually.
King Mabel. Shout out to King, man.
Shout out King
He had
Mabel.
he had an anticipated SummerSlam match with Diesel, but it was horrible. Horrible. 95. Worse.
Yo,
Diesel sucks.
We're gonna preview. We're gonna do a full breakdown, a full preview prediction. Maybe we'll put some food oddities on the line themselves next week in studio live at Otter House. Special guest Bull James, maybe some other friends and foes. But just real quick, little teaser. What match are you actually caring about at SummerSlam this year?
Well, I already told you that I was looking forward to the Gunther Shinsuke.
What about you, Sean?
I'm going to lean towards Rollins and Riddle because, again, I'm a back in the day wrestling fan, and I love stories, and I love seeing a story unfold. And right now, we're turning another chapter in the Riddle, Rollins, Orton possible match at WrestleMania. So I don't know.
I have a question. I have a question. With the panderings of a TV-14 switch, could you see Riddle possibly being a heel stoner with the TV-14?
I don't even think they're gonna switch.
Oh, so you think that was a whole big bullshit?
I think some of their content is going to be TV-14. I don't think their consistent shows, Friday Night SmackDown, Monday Night Raw, are going to be TV-14. But I do think at some point they're going to start releasing more of that edgy stuff on their network if you pay for the subscription.
Interesting. Why even make that a rumor? Like, who said, like, that's such a weird thing to say, like, out of nowhere. Like, out of nowhere, this guy just...
freaking mailroom guy who was, like, walking by a guy called Andrew Zion, friend of the Bullies, by the way. Andrew, shout out. You know, Matt Men podcast, you know, he's like one of these guys who combs his hair. So it's like Mad Men, they comb their hair. Matt Men, they comb their hair. They report on wrestling. He's got plenty of sources. He's got plenty of leads. He was the one who reported that they might be changing as early as this week, yesterday. Mm-hmm. But then they immediately walked it back and was like, it was just being talked about. Yo, I just feel like they want to try to somehow get Mandy Rose more naked, so that's what they're really just thinking about, honestly.
Do you not think they're trying to get the older audience back?
Yes. I don't know what you think. So I don't think.
I don't know.
Here's exactly, dude. I talked about this on the podcast a few weeks ago, maybe even a few months ago. Check on the Twitch, subscribe, go to the YouTube, look at our videos previously. But I'm just saying that, you know how they try to quote elevate the middle titles. And how I was telling you, like, oh, guys, the way they look at it is WWE, hey, it's Q3. We just got a bunch of fan surveys back and online polls and fucking analytics that say they wish the middle tier belts IC and US meant more. So now they mean more, right? And I bet you that it's the same thing. They did some kind of focus group, and it's like, oh, 95% of this demo that we're trying for, the 24 to 35, you know, we're doing great in the 6 to 16. But we need, like, the older people. 95% of those people say in these focus groups that they wish it was TV-14 again. So they're literally going to do nothing else other than put TV-14 up on the screen, throw a shit. They'll throw a bitch in there. They'll shrink the bikinis a little bit. Maybe you'll see blood. Maybe never.
I think blood would be a big game changer for me, dude, because blood brings me into shit, man.
They're never going
to. Now this is the thing where I sit on it and my understanding of just how TV is now. Monday nights is a very big night for TV. It's always been. And when it comes to full time, you're dealing with football. You're dealing sometimes with basketball. Sometimes you're dealing with hockey. What they're dealing with now are a lot of reality TV shows. A lot of people our age watch reality TV. And what's on reality TV? Somebody throwing a drink in somebody's face. Somebody's shirt getting ripped off. I mean, you know
Bad Girls Club, best show on television.
Exactly my point. You know what? History. WWE is missing out on those viewers because they're not putting that product out. And if they do put out that product, the amount of viewers that they start gaining on a traction weekly basis is going to go up. And it'll be good for them. You know, if they do go that route, you know what I'm saying? It's up in the air.
Hey.
What's up? Hey.
I got to go grab this booze. So
you go grab that booze.
So you guys keep talking about this, you know, friend of the show. Hey, I got to go grab this booze. I'm a fucking mess. I'm all muted. I'm not playing a good DJ. And now this.
Have we been muted again?
I was muted this time. I was muted.
Okay.
So don't even.
You know what? We're gonna pick up. We're gonna
talk to you later. Keep going.
We stopped with the SummerSlam stuff, so I'm gonna get back into it. My whole thing with the whole Orton and Riddle thing, I think it's over already. It's dried up. They need something new. They need some water on the flower because eventually it's gonna dry up, prune out, and dead.
You're gonna tell me that it wouldn't be so much cooler if Riddle became the bad guy?
No, you know why?
Why?
Because, like I said, when it comes to reality TV, which WWE is becoming, you need a Scooby-Doo. You need a Shaggy. Who is their Shaggy? Who is it?
R-Truth.
Riddle, dude. It's Riddle. They need that. They need that consistency of the, hey, bro, what's going on? R-Truth.
Yeah, but he can't be a face forever. He's got to change. Everybody gets a turn.
So in your perfect world of Riddle becoming
yes,
heel,
I think Randy. That's my perfect world for sure.
Walk me through it. Because we're gonna be honest now, time's getting short. Mania, believe it or not, is around the corner, even though it just happened.
Yeah, Randy comes back and tries to help. Tries to help Riddle. When Seth, whatever, he's getting attacked by whoever. He comes back and helps Riddle. Okay. Riddle fucking RKO's Randy.
Okay.
And tells him that he doesn't need Randy. Randy wasn't there for Riddle. Randy left. Randy left Riddle high and dry. He's not there.
Okay.
He doesn't need him.
This can happen, and I can see that happening, but now the thing is it watchable? Because sometimes the people get put in these situations where it's like, I can't watch this. Do you remember when they broke up Crime Time? And Shad Gaspard automatically became, rest in peace, Shad Gaspard. Remember, he became the automatic heel, and then JTG was coming out in like velvet shorts and silky hair. It didn't make sense. For Riddle to turn heel, it just doesn't make sense. He's a good guy. He is a natural good guy. When John Cena dropped the chain and dropped the freaking brass knuckles, he was the Ronald McDonald of WWE, believe it or not. He was shaking hands, giving hugs, and that's what Riddle is. He's that guy to them. And I don't see it happening. I see them benefiting off of possible 2 to 3 matches between Randy Orton and him. That can help sell out house shows when it comes to the Garden for the Christmas time. But you know what I'm saying? As far as Riddle going heel, it just won't work. It just won't work.
Because he's a pothead? Potheads get angry.
No, not because he's a pothead. I don't think the acting of trying to be serious in that manner is going to go over well with fans that are in our category, that take everything and decipher it down and pick and weed through everything. And they're like, you know what? This just doesn't work, and it's just not funny. It's just not realistic. And when you watch wrestling, you look for realism. You look for something that...
Has there ever been a wrestler that's never turned?
Heel?
Or face turn, like been heel and turned, or like just any in general? Has there been a wrestler that stayed the same their entire career?
Straight through?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think there has been. I don't think there. And you're going to tell me that Matt Riddle is going to be the only guy that never turns?
I'd say Goldberg, but when you go and you put Goldberg in that category,
Goldberg's an idiot.
Now that's the thing, though. What was he? Was he a face or was he a heel? When you want to break it down like that, what was he? Because if anything, he's probably one of those in that few category that actually did not change, just stood true to his color, which was just, I'm here to win. I'm here to compete, and that's it.
Goldberg never really had a character because he sucks. He's not even like a character.
Cut me a break, bro. Riddle.
He's not even a character.
That is it, man. That is it. What do you think about Omos?
Oh my God.
Omos MVP. What's going on with that?
It's the worst thing in wrestling.
Where are they going with this stuff?
I don't even know. Sense to me. Dude, unless they're gonna make him a champion, I don't see what the hell they're doing with this guy. Like, what's the point? He's a big, huge boy.
Is he just their big guy on that brand? Because SmackDown has Shanky, who's become their neighborhood dance guy.
Shanky.
Gender. I'm not sure what's going on there. This is what gets me upset with the big guys. They don't know what to do with the big guys that they have. They have T-Bar, Dominic Dijakovic. The America runs on Dijak. You remember him?
Male model. The male model.
Feast your eyes. He was great. What happened? They slapped the mask on them. They slapped some paint on them. They changed their names, and then you just don't see or hear everything from them. Now
you're talking about Retribution.
Yes,
Retribution was dude. That was sick when they first started doing that shit.
Did you see how they have Mace now? He's with what's this guy's name from Impact? He went to NXT.
Dupree or something?
Max Dupree, I think his name is now. Well, anyway, he's like a model now, this guy Mace.
It's very Rico.
With Mansoor.
What was Rico called? What was Billy Gunn and Billy Gunn and freaking
Chuck and Billy?
Chuck and Billy. It's a Chuck and Billy story.
Chuck and Billy was great, man. So what else is another SummerSlam match that you enjoyed a lot? That you enjoyed the story and then the culmination at the event?
Dude, my favorite of all time is Shawn Michaels and HBK, dude. That match is just...
Shawn Michaels and HBK, or Shawn Michaels?
I mean, Triple H. I'm Shawn Michaels and Triple H, yeah.
It was great storytelling. It was cool to see Shawn back. What got me in that match is when, he was over and he was on his knees and he's looking up. He's like this. Right? And Triple H just comes out of nowhere with the sledgehammer and just drives it straight into his back. You felt that. I'm a Shawn Michaels fan. Sometimes I may be more of a Shawn Michaels fan than I'm a Bret Hart fan. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that. When Shawn came back, every time he got hit in the back, I was like, oh, his back. His back hurts. You know what I'm saying? You felt for him. That was pretty cool. That was a dope pay-per-view. Again, mine was 01. You had RVD, Jeff Hardy hardcore match. You remember that?
01, dude. 01 is like untouchable year.
Was that Austin and Angle as well?
Austin was like on the Alliance side.
Austin was on the Alliance, right?
Yep.
Austin obviously won that, right?
Oh, that's a good question, but I think he might have. And yeah, I think what happened?
I just want to say,
what's up?
That I'm a fucking idiot.
Why is that?
And I just want to apologize to both of you and all our viewers.
Why?
I fucked up, dude. I fucked up.
What did you know?
Last week, obviously I was the problem. I got totally too wasted in the second half.
Well, I was late. I was a helper in that.
It went off the rail for multiple reasons. Okay. And this time, I feel like, okay, hey, listen, we maybe had a little too much fun. Let's scale back the fun a little bit. Let's space it out a little bit better. And I thought that we were in line for that, or at least that I was in line for that. But then what I did is I made a bad decision. And I was trying so hard to get this high noon sponsorship. You know what I'm saying? I was trying so hard. I figured, this will be a good bit. This will be a good bit. I'll just order high noon, on stream, and maybe they'll see our viewer count and see what juggernauts we are, and like they'll want to give us a sponsorship, Then I could be like something like this. I could do like, pineapple high noon, But of course that plan backfired on me, and so I get to the door, and they got to take your license. So I don't know if you saw me. I ran back and forth. I forgot my license.
Oh, I didn't see you. We didn't see you.
I ran back and forth.
We were in deep conversation.
Good. How was the conversation?
I love talking. Me and Sean have great conversations.
I think that's probably maybe the future of this show is that you guys just talk and I'll just produce silently from the shadows.
We're just all going to be on mute.
Yeah. You could be on mute at any moment and you just never know about it. Yeah. That's the one thing. Fuck, dude. I'm so mad. So anyway, then I got out there, and the guy's trying to take a picture of my license, and, like, his shit's not working, right?
So it's his fault.
And it's not working. And I'm like, dude, listen, kind of in the middle of something, could you speed this process up? Take a photo of my license. Then I'm thinking, is my fucking license, like, expired or some shit? No, it's not. I was somehow in the right. So then the guy hands me the phone to enter in manually my information.
Bro.
Phone's in goddamn Japanese.
No.
What the fuck does that mean?
So
he expected you to know? Did he expect you to just know? He handed you the phone, expecting you to know what to do in Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
Where am I?
So he's holding the license. He's clicking. It's not working. Like, I guess it's one of these things with, like, the credit card scan. It's just supposed to, like, go. There's no, like, click. There's no okay. It's just supposed to, like, read it.
Like tap and go.
Yeah, and it's not reading it. He flips the license, and I said, dude, what is happening right now? And he's like, and he clicks a few buttons. It's all in Japanese, and he hands me the phone, and it's basically like these, like, like these forms to fill out, but everything, instead of saying name, it's just in Japanese. So I said...
You don't know what to write?
So I said, hey, what does this say? He goes, full name. I'm like, okay, boom. I'm like, what does this say? And he's like, birthday. And I'm like, okay, boom. And I select the birthday, Luckily, the numbers are the same.
Right. which is weird.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, I'm glad you got your high noons.
Yeah, and what did I do it for? What did I do it for? Just to be more of a blue cup drinking degenerate in the last half an hour of the show? What did I do it for? What is it good for?
If we don't do it for cheap pops, then what are we doing it for?
It was for the high noon sponsorship.
Cheap pops.
Yo, and you know what? Thank God that wild story happened, because if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have any kind of funny story. I'd just be a degenerate.
Listen, the lemons. I'm telling you, dude.
I'm really sorry. I fucked up. I'm really upset about it.
It's the way of the road.
So what did I interrupt you guys talking about?
We just kept
talking about SummerSlam.
So yeah,
just some dope matches.
We should move on from SummerSlam now, since we've been talking about it.
I think I'm done with it too. I'm not really excited about it this year, but I will be locked in because of those words, SummerSlam.
Yeah. So, well, next week.
So the next thing I want to talk about is China and Chris Jericho. So can you think of any good in your conversations and your travelings and your musings? Any good China or Chris Jericho SummerSlam moments, matches? I feel like you could have probably seen a Chris Jericho China Eddie Guerrero thing at a SummerSlam at some point in your life.
Eddie Guerrero stole China from Chris Jericho? Is that what happened? Because she had she was last with Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh, I don't even remember.
I think she became, because I can't really remember either, because she eventually became on her own and was like shooting off the freaking the cannon. Remember when she would shoot off the cannon?
Yeah, that was a fun-filled, family-friendly type of firing. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that was like 2000s China. She was all over the place, China, at that point. They weren't really too sure what they wanted to do with her.
You ready to hear this?
What's up?
So he was on something called the True Geordie podcast, Mm-hmm. Chris Jericho. Terrible. She was terrible to work with. She wasn't good, but she thought she was. She also was in a position where they were pushing her really big that she could beat up guys. She couldn't. I never got that credit for carrying her. No one once ever said, "You're making her look good." It was the other side of the coin. Chris Jericho.
Who the hell? So Chris Jericho was saying, people were saying that China made Chris Jericho look good?
I don't know. I got in big trouble from working with her, because at one point I remember when I first started working with her, Vince was like, "Don't treat her like a woman. Treat her like a wrestler." She was really stiff too, which means she worked very strong. Listen, I'm not talking bad of her. I'm just telling the truth. So when we worked together,
it was like this.
Yeah.
He's like putting his head as he's saying it.
When we worked together, it was a solid fight in a lot of ways. I remember one time she got a little bit of a black eye from me, and you would have thought I cut her arm off with a chainsaw. I got in so much trouble. That's Chris the Man Jericho right there.
Sounds like an idiot.
Jericho.
Now, is he
Mr.
more
Jericho.
of an idiot than the lead singer of Pantera who wants to reform 50% of his band?
They might be best friends.
Yeah. Well, he's also not too happy with botches. Did you hear about the whole botches situation?
Such a fucking idiot,
Yo,
man.
just
well,
Chris
on the
Jericho.
same True Geordie podcast.
Oh, on the same pod.
He was like,
so he just
on the
gave
same
them a
pod,
bunch.
dude.
We should get him on ours.
Obviously, Chris Jericho
like-
doesn't have the internet and see all the botch videos of AW.
I feel like
Well,
Chris
now this is the
Jericho could appreciate me stopping the second half of the show to go grab a high noon. I mean, if there's
It's good,
anybody.
baby. I enjoyed it.
All right, go for it, Sean. What's this botches?
So he says things happen in a match. The word I hate the most that fans use is botch. Oh, you botched that one. Shut your mouth. There's no such thing as a botch. This is a live show. Mistakes happen. Why? Because we're human beings and we're live.
We're live,
So
pal.
how do you feel about that? That it's disrespectful. Did you like my little disrespectful?
I like that. You saved
caught
us from
myself.
becoming demonetized, actually.
Oh, yeah. Balance.
Yeah.
So yeah, I listen, man. You botch, you messed up. You're not supposed to mess up. You know what I'm saying? Who cares that you're live? That's why you were trained to go wrestle and do it the right way. There's no need to be doing moves that you do not know how to do. So when you get out there and you botch, you mess up. That's on your fault. That's you. That's it. Get
That's
out
it.
of here with that. Get out of here.
Brian, what do you
You
think?
botch.
it's like the word botch just means mistake, And to say that the mistakes don't exist is like ridiculous. Like he's mad at the word botch. So would he rather just people say mistake? He doesn't want to be called out on mistakes.
I think
like John Moxley shouldn't be called out
on.
I can't. It's a very silly comment for a performer to make. Like a performer shouldn't like care what other people are saying. They're a talent that is performing for people that can say whatever the fuck they want to say.
I feel like more than ever, the talent feels very sensitive and very alienated to any kind of criticism, not only in wrestling but all over the place.
I like to call it a pussification.
Wow.
A pussification of a generation.
You know, I feel like, Brian, just like Cuck of the Week, I feel like you think that that's okay, but I feel like if we
I'm sorry, I didn't coin that phrase. The late great George Carlin coined the phrase pussification. Just so you know, George Carlin coined that. But it is true. People are too sensitive, and they can't handle people saying words, and it's a sad state.
Well, you think Chris Jericho's been around forever? You'd think that probably he would.
You would think,
be
He
all
came
right.
from ECW. He came from the world's toughest crowd.
Well, I mean, he had like 3 matches in ECW, dude.
Even before he was wrestling, like not ECW. He was wrestling probably smaller places than ECW.
Yo, I gotta tell you, going from delicious Sweet Ave beers to a High Noon. Oh wait, the sponsorship.
It's rough.
Delicious.
High Noon. Get your can at your local.
So much better.
Your local 7-Eleven.
So much.
Chris Jericho's a freaking idiot.
He gets like weirder and weirder as time goes on. I kind of feel like I hate him, but when I was a kid, I thought Hulk Hogan was the shit. And then as Hulk Hogan got older, and even as I was a teenager, NWO Hogan, but then you start finding out about them. They start getting more and more platforms to speak their actual thoughts. And when they do that, it's like, yo, never meet your heroes. Yo, that's what Jay Lethal was screaming. Never meet your heroes.
Never meet your heroes. Holding his head up like this.
Yo, Jay Lethal might be on the right track, dude.
The internet has single-handedly ruined everything.
Is it the same way in the metal scene? I feel like.
Oh, dude, music, movies, everything is ruined because of the internet and humans. Humans have taken the platform of the internet and destroyed the fucking universe.
Maybe, except for us, obviously. And then listen, this world, this internet,
we're fighting the world.
It's a cold, dark place. Your own mother and father slit your throat just to get ahead. The only people that you could trust are us three. Myself, Brian, and Sean. The Blvd Bullies. You try to get a liquor delivery into your house when you're in the middle of a massive, worldwide live broadcast. Guy's phone's in Japanese.
I have somewhere to be.
What's your favorite Chris Jericho match, Sean?
Wow. Being a Jericho fan, I'm going to say when he won the Undisputed title and he beat The Rock and The Rock and Austin the same night. Just because I'm like a Jericho mark from back in the day, so I'd say that.
Wrong. That shit was boring. Brian, what about you?
Like?
It's hard to be put on the spot after.
I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer.
Do you remember the submission match with him and Kurt Angle?
Yes. You know what?
I can't remember what it might have been on, like a SmackDown, like a random.
You know what? That's not my favorite Jericho match. My favorite Jericho match is Mania 17. Triple threat, Angle, Benoit, Jericho for the European and Intercontinental Championship, where Angle goes in as both dual champion, European and Intercontinental champion. And yeah, man, I thought that was pretty cool.
I can't remember that at all.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
it may be Mania 2000. I could be wrong. Mania 2000, because I remember
that's definitely not Mania. I don't think were they at Wrestle. Kurt Angle was on WrestleMania 2000.
I could be wrong then. That's what I'm saying. It may be 17. Could be 17, but that's my favorite.
I think Kurt Angle debuted at Royal Rumble 2001 against. Oh no, Taz debuted.
Benoit. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's Mania 17. Yeah, Mania 17, dude.
17 is 2000.
It's 01, I believe.
This is what
the
happens.
year after 2000. The year after 2000.
April of 01.
When you don't fact check during the week, this is what happens.
Houston, Texas.
My favorite Chris Jericho match is the one that's coming up. I don't even need to have seen it yet to know that he is going to cement his legacy tomorrow night on AEW Cuck of the Week Fest Volume 2. Listen, not only is it a barbed wire match, barbed wire death match is actually what they're calling it, but also a group of 5 grown-ass men are somehow going to be suspended from the ceiling?
In a cage.
Yeah. They said the JAS, which is the Judas Appreciation Syndrome, are going to be fucking suspended from the ceiling in a cage amidst this barbed wire death match. That's literally...
The Judas Appreciation Syndrome is very funny. I like that a lot.
You love that.
I love that. I don't think anybody gets it. I don't think anybody gets that except for me and you.
I just feel like when it comes to AEW, you have horrible taste.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
What did I say? What did I even say just then about AEW?
Well, I mean, I'm sure we're going to talk about how much you love Brody King and Darby Allin. I'm sure we're going to talk about how much you love Evil Luchasaurus and you love Chris Jericho. And it's just when it comes to AEW, you just like have like a shit opinion, dude.
I think my opinion is just as shit as your opinion.
Yeah, probably
equally as shit opinions.
No, my opinion's less shit.
That's debatable.
No, I'm a better person than you, Sean. Sean, what do you think? What do you think about Chris Jericho versus? No, you know what? Fuck you, Sean. Hey, Brian, what do you think? What do you think? Well, no, I'm sorry. No offense, Sean. I'm already on the precipice of an argument with Brian about Chris Jericho. So I figure I think
Chris Jericho's a fucking idiot.
You said he's your favorite. You love him. You're a fan.
Did I say that? The words came out of my mouth. I mean, Chris Jericho back in the day was amazing.
You're excited. You love the blood and guts. You and Sean. Sean loves Chris Jericho, and you love Chris Jericho's blood and guts. You guys are Jericho marks.
Do you see this? This man is now he's just putting words in our mouth.
Now I'm just making it up. Yeah, I'm just making it up. I lost track of who likes who. I don't really care. What do you guys think is going to happen in the barbed wire death match with 5 members suspended above the ring?
They're somehow going to escape.
So this is the match is called the barbed wire everywhere match.
Oh, but did they put death in front of the name?
I don't think so, because they went the death route and they wound up dead actually trying to do that.
I think it's just a barbed wire everywhere match. It's not a death match.
I'm interested.
Dude, I am looking at it. Dude, I'm so happy right now.
Am I wrong?
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I have a screenshot. And, of course, leave it to AEW to make a Jaws graphic, right? I am looking at directly from the AEW, whatever. Barbed wire everywhere, D match.
So are they not using the full word? For TV?
No, I just
Shark Week. People have been dying by sharks.
No, I just said D match. I'm just being an idiot. I just said D match.
Are the ropes going to be full of barbed wire?
Why is Chris Jericho always in the death matches?
Why are all Chris Jericho's feuds like 4 months long?
Because he's Chris Jericho. He's probably their most famous wrestler.
Wow.
No.
I'll say it like this. This match doesn't need to be happening. I hope when this match is done, they just continue and just end it. And I hope Jericho goes away for a little bit. I hope they use some of these other guys that have not been being used. Let's get them into something. You got Claudio Castagnoli, who debuted in AEW, who's now in Ring of Honor going up against Jonathan Gresham. I'm not sure how that happened. You know what I'm saying? So
he just decided to switch.
It's too much going on at once. So let's hope when they're done with this Fyter Fest week 2, they get it over and done with, and we continue on to some stories that actually will keep you engaged. High noon.
Brian, what the hell do you think about the barbed wire everywhere death match? You love barbed wire. You love death matches. I'm sure you're probably excited.
I like blood, but I think the matches that blood and guts match was probably the worst match I've ever seen.
Wow.
It was awful. Yeah,
it was horrible.
There's like a 5-minute video of all the silly things that went on in that match.
Why? Where on AEW botches?
Right. You sent it. You sent it to us. You sent us the little funny video.
Yo, speaking of AEW botches, did you know that Aubrey Edwards has been going undercover and making fake Twitter accounts and reporting DMCAs on negative AEW Twitter accounts?
I would like to know how many wrestlers are doing that actively that aren't getting called out, and who the fuck knew that she's doing it? How did they find out that she was the one creating the
honestly,
accounts?
Brian, looking back on everything I've seen, I feel like I knew. I feel like in my heart I knew. I feel like every time I looked into Aubrey Edwards' eyes, I knew that there was something going on. And then now that they're saying that she's reporting things through fake Twitter accounts, DMCA, just trying to do the right thing. She's going undercover. Basically, she's going undercover for her own company. I applaud her. I feel like
there was like a secret double agent that was also undercover that must have found out that she was undercover doing it. Because how does people find out that you're doing it?
Wow, you think there was a double out there?
But can you understand me? Like how do you know that she was creating accounts? Like someone must have hacked. There must have been like a hacker.
Maybe she's
or something.
Harassing herself through those accounts.
It's very strange.
Those accounts through her other accounts. So maybe she's just the ringleader of the whole thing.
It's very strange.
We have to do that immediately. We each have to create like 10 Twitter accounts to start harassing ourselves.
Yep. Do you see what this guy's doing to me? And then there's a picture of me with a big mustache.
So yeah, she was
like that.
She was reporting, like trying to get AEW botches like canceled and shit. Which is one of my favorite Twitter accounts, honestly.
It's such a good account. And I will tell you, but the report of her doing that, you don't think that drew more eyes to those accounts?
Of course, bro. Maybe
so she
her doing maybe she's the owner of the AEW botches page.
It's a very weird thing, that whole thing.
Maybe
is
it's her. It was me, Aubrey. It was me all along.
She's the owner of the botch account. She's actually the owner of the botch account.
Dude, that makes sense because her entire fucking bone structure is a botch.
She's a little scary.
All right, let's start the show. Let's start the show right now. All right. Son. Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the World. Thank you for enjoying the pre-show. Today we're going to talk about AEW Fighter Fest Part 2. You know, Brian and Sean, my co-hosts.
What's going on, guys?
You know, we would never talk bad about anybody's bone structure or performance. You know, everybody should go get their money. Everybody should get their $30,000. Everybody should do the things that they need to do to, you know, sit in a hot tub, basically. I'm joined by Ringside Sean and Brian Ginsberg. Give it up, everybody.
What's going on, ladies? How you guys doing tonight?
Do you think CM Punk? Do you think CM Punk's going to be back for All Out?
I think that All Out or the tennis show is the final destination for anybody who's trying to come back from injury. Sean, what do you think?
I think once CM Punk comes back, I think he's going to make an announcement, and I think that he's going to say he is done. And I think that may be at Arthur Ashe Stadium.
No, I think that you confused.
I think he burned himself out.
Nah, you confused CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, maybe.
Ooh.
Do you think that they both just are dying to retire right now? They're like, wow.
I think they're burned out. I think they're tired, man.
I thought I wanted to come back.
Well, Daniel Bryan, he actually had like a brain fuck. He was like having seizures at one point, and he's just been like going so hard on AEW. It's like.
Well, his shit is concussion stuff, right?
Yeah. Daniel Bryan, right.
Yes.
And CM Punk hurt his mystery foot.
His mystery foot. Oh, my foot.
Who's the top guy for you? Who's the top guy in AEW right now? FTR, maybe? Best guys in AEW right now?
Wardlow, FTR.
Wardlow sucks, dude.
He does, but you know what? Everybody's high on him. He just beat Scorpio Sky for the TNT title. He beat
you guys completely hate Aleister Black and Brody King. You hate him.
Oh yeah.
Why?
And then of course Brody King got to win the Battle Royal and choke out Darby Allin. And of course,
Did you see him fight at the signing?
Right, they had to fight at the signing.
Cool. That's so funny. That's awesome, dude.
No,
why is that not good shit?
It's creative. I like it. It's creative.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, okay.
That rarely happens. That used to happen more like back in they would be like filming things in the crowd and they would like start fighting. That doesn't happen anymore.
Okay, you know what? I'll give them credit. Those two guys really care a lot.
Brody King just like looks dope too. Like his tattoos, he's a big fucking guy. He does dope shit. He doesn't like I don't know. He's an interesting dude.
Yeah,
well,
I like.
When you say he does dope shit, you mean like
his move, like his no, like I'm saying like his move, like his actual in-ring performance. Like he does like heavy hitting moves. He does cool shit. Aleister Black too. Him. I mean, he's in a sick fucking band, dude. I would say his band is way sicker than goddamn Chris Jericho's shit band.
Whoa!
Things just escalated quickly.
I hate goddamn Fozzy.
How dare you?
Terrible. You guys listen to Fozzy on the regular? You guys have him on your shuffle?
Yeah. Well,
what's your second favorite song?
Like Ric Flair.
What's your second favorite Fozzy song?
I couldn't even tell you, dude.
Right, because there's only one goddamn Fozzy song, and it sucks anyway.
Damn, I'm really upset that I couldn't come up with a fake Fozzy song name right there.
You could have just said
Let's try to do this. I feel like this will be a fun game. Let's try to come up with fake Fozzy song names.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you got to think about their presentation. You got to think about their sound. Think about how kind of dumb they are.
Okay.
Let's come up with fake Fozzy song names. All right. Who wants to go first?
I think you should go. Oh, Sean.
I feel like I have one. But Sean.
So again, these are songs that we're naming, right? Just off the top of the dome, what we think they would name their song, right?
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna say Irrelevance. I could just hear Jericho's "My irrelevance is screaming to you." Like some, you know what I'm saying? That's very Jericho. Irrelevance, my irrelevance.
Okay, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can see it.
A little different.
It's got to have like a little bit of a new metal like aftertaste to it. You know, it's got to be like a little ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, The Man in the Mirror.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's like a new metal song.
He's a man in the mirror.
All right, I got it. I got one.
Watch, like if you look it up and that's actually a song name, and it's just like something that like seeped into my brain because I secretly listen to them. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
The best Fozzy song that exists is Wizards on Fire.
Whoa. Wizards on Fire.
Kind of like Chariots of Fire.
And Jericho's a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
So you see his lame basketball jersey? Would anybody... Sean, you might be the only fan of Jericho who would wear that basketball jersey because you have good taste in jerseys and you love Chris Jericho. That jersey, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that was made for you specifically, dude.
You want me to get that jersey, Pat?
You know, I kind of do. Do you have $145 to spare?
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just guessing.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Yo, could you look it up? Could you look up the price of that jersey?
Yep.
It's probably on Pro Wrestling Tees
Chris
Limited.
Jericho AEW jersey.
Another match that's happening on AEW, which I'm very excited about. It's a female wrestling women's trios match. You got Chris Statlander, who, by the way, just posted a whole bunch of sexy photos. I don't know if you guys saw them. She's holding a samurai sword. She's showing how tan and you know.
So
interesting
I got the jersey here.
Then you got Chris Statlander, Athena, and my girl. Yeah, let's start that over because we could edit out the whole part about Chris Statlander posting the sexy photos.
You were just telling truth. You were telling the
truth.
truth.
She's trying to get away from like the alien and go to like the sexy samurai.
More
side.
like she's trying to be like a serious person.
Like, hey,
right? She's still booping people on the nose.
Is she still booping?
I saw her boop last time.
Sean, how much?
Did he really steal the Monstars like gimmick from Space Jam?
I mean, it's smart of him to do.
Hold on,
it's
I think $90. Sean, how much did you think it was going to be?
I thought it maybe $120.
Yeah, so it's a little cheaper.
Maybe $120 because the jersey in WWE is about like $120. So this is not bad for $90. And you know what? This is something that you sit on it, you let it go for $200, maybe $300.
Oh my God, dude! If we live in a world where 15 years from now that jersey's worth $300, that means that the world went to shit. Chris Jericho continued to be relevant and surpass The Undertaker. All right, let's start this over again. Let's try to have a serious discussion about this women's tag team trios match. I'm not going to mention that Chris Statlander has removed the makeup and now she's holding a samurai sword and it's like a black bikini type of situation. We got Chris Statlander, Athena, and Willow Nightingale in a trios tag team shark tank matchup against Jade Cargill, Kiera Hogan, and the girl who Brian went to high school with, Layla Gray.
That's so weird. So what's the shark cage? Who's in the shark cage?
I just added that part. The headline here.
So it's a
you worked me, man. I was like, wow, there's a Shark Tank.
So it's the trios. So Willow is just she's just on now. She's on
Brian, you went to high school. Brian, you went to high school with Layla Gray.
It's weird.
Was she talking about being a wrestler?
No.
Wow.
It's so weird, dude. I think she became a wrestler because she was like a singer and she was like a dancer, and then she wasn't really great at either of those things, so she just like became a wrestler, which is like harder. I feel like that's harder. I don't know. It's very. It's not easy. It's not easy to like become a wrestler. I feel like it's not easy to be a wrestler on TV.
Well, I mean, when you're trying, listen.
I don't think it's easy. I don't think it's an easy accomplishment to be on television.
And now that I'm thinking like, what sets her apart? What sets Layla Gray apart from all the other talented female wrestlers that I've seen out there? And Sean, I just can't put my finger on it, man.
She hung out with a few Vince McMahons.
Whoa, Brian!
When you gonna pay me? When you suck the money out of my ass. Now get the fuck out.
Why is that demonetized?
Monetize.
I didn't even curse.
No, dude, you curse with your fucking brain, dude.
Dude, what you were saying it without saying it.
I wasn't saying it. I said that she's very, very talented, obviously. And she's got something that I can't put my finger on that sets her apart from all other female athletes. And I just can't put my finger on it. And by the way...
It's like a Finkel and Einhorn.
Laces out. So do you care about that trios matchup? Do you guys care about the trios women's matchup? Do you guys care about Best Friends versus John Moxley and Wheeler Yuta? Do you guys care about Eddie Kingston versus Chris Jericho? Do you guys care about this one? It's a different graphic. This one's different. In this one, they're actually under the sea. Brody King and fucking Darby Allin. Do you guys care about any of that? Let's talk. Brian?
I'm interested
Sean?
in seeing nothing. I'm not really interested in any of this. I think it's a big mess. I think they need to find stories and stick to stories, because when you just throw people together like this, you don't know what to expect.
I feel like they're trying. They got to be trying to they're doing. I feel like they're doing their best, So it's like weird to me that it's like not. It's like getting worse and worse.
I feel like they are trying their best.
It's weird though, but it's like they're trying their best, and like this is what we're getting right now. It's not good. It's like it's not. And like, it's so weird. Wrestling, it's at a weird. It might be because we're getting older, but wrestling's at a weird point in its stages.
No, it's not. That's not it. You know what I think it is? I think people are just scared to push the limits these days. People worried about what people are gonna say. Some people just too sensitive when it comes to certain things. and they can't take entertainment for what it is, pure entertainment. They have to throw real life into it, and you know what? That really alters the way storylines are written. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks. I could enjoy it, but you know what? You don't want to go the leap and bound to make it that much enjoyable for an adult to say, you know what? I want to make sure my DVR is recorded, so when that show comes on, I watch that match. Because I want to know what's going to happen. And you know what? I think it brings it back to the whole TV 14 thing. Press it. If it works, use it. Why not? They don't do that. They just have what they have in front of them.
But you know, dude, it's like you say that, and I agree with you. But yet, I think that Ric Flair thing was really well done. And
no, it was.
And all three of us are hardcore wrestling fans. And even though it was really well done, we were all sitting around like laughing about it, joking about it with each other. So it's like in the culture, even something that's good, we laugh at, dude. We can't help ourselves.
Yeah. No, you're right.
But do you think? And that's because we're old boys, though. Do you think like the young kids are doing the same thing we're doing, or do they like love it?
I mean, maybe you might be right,
depends.
dude. Sean,
I don't know.
What does your son think? Is your son invested in anything?
He is invested in basketball right now. That's his pure investment. When he watches wrestling, he is invested in storylines like me. Like he grew up watching what I grew up watching. So he looks for that. He doesn't gravitate towards AEW. He gravitates towards WWE or an indie show that has a storyline going on. Something like this is just like it's just splat. Like, here you go, enjoy.
Spot monkeys. It's all spots.
Yeah,
it's all crazy
it's like, okay,
spots.
Cool. Like,
and
do
they're
it
still
again.
fucking.
I can put some stank on it.
And they're still fucking it up. They're still fucking. It's like.
But what do you think, Pat?
Dude,
what do you think about the whole Jericho barbed wire thing? This whole tag team thing. Like, why can't they just wrestle singles matches? Why everything's got to be a tag match?
I mean, man, I'm so happy you asked me that because I'm gonna go back to exactly what we've said and called back to throughout the episode, where it's like a 747 flying through the Grand Canyon, right? A fucking hot dog and a what's the other saying?
Hot dog in a giant cup.
Sure, sure. And it's like, do I love watching wrestling? Yes. And I know that the buy-in is that you got to sit through a bunch of fucking bullshit. And every so often you see something, gets your fucking blood up, gives you some goosebumps. So that's fine. I know it's a long-term investment for like a very small payoff. But I can't help but think that nowadays, because it's a 747 in the Grand Canyon, there's so much content. There's so much wrestling. Everybody's always getting attacked at the meet and greet. Everybody from the smallest wrestler that I've seen and follow to the biggest wrestler who's on TNT is all doing the most insane bump that back in the day would set them apart. Everyone's doing the coolest like production, documentary style. Let's get a 3-camera shoot on Ric Flair getting murdered. Let's get this guy. Brody King and fucking Darby Allin. They're at an oddities expo and they fucking double choke slams him. And it just so happens there's a guy with like a dope camera there. It's like everything is content. Everything is fucking super polished and good. And more power to everybody because everybody's like coming up artistically and everybody's finding like a really good editor, a really good producer. And that's super cool. And that's great. And it's like, if you really fucking care, if you're 10 years younger than I am and you really, really care about what you're doing, and you're Darby Allin, it's like, God bless you, dude. God bless America. But I think it's fucking dumb, dude. I think it's stupid. It's stupid. Everybody's like such a try too hard, thin-skinned weirdo. It's like wrestling is like the fucking Ellis Island of people who couldn't make it in bands. Everybody wants to be a lead singer.
Though, man. So you hate deathmatch wrestling now too?
What is Masada doing? Tell me what Masada's doing, and I'll tell you how I feel about deathmatch wrestling.
He's doing XP.
Right he just fought Sam Stackhouse on the deathmatch, I think, last week.
Speaking of Masada, he just posted something. He was like, "My wife's the best. Belated birthday gift. My first AK-47." Did you see this?
Yeah, I did see it. I did. It's really sick.
With like a banana clip, dude.
Dude, Masada's awesome.
And
He's doing XPW.
I actually screenshotted that and texted Bald Steve, and I was like, dude, stay in your house. Masada just got an AK for his birthday. Don't ever go to Texas.
I've been.
Yo, but
whole other world.
Listen, I just want to stop the show again in its tracks and apologize greatly. I guess I'm just an off the rails type of guy, Last week I got way too wasted because I got too many beers at Sweet Ave with you, Brian. Now this time I had just enough beers to sustain the show, but then I ordered more during the show.
Just the way of the road, bro.
So, I just want to apologize greatly. High Noon, if you want to sponsor us, maybe as like a tax write-off, kind of like a Make-A-Wish type of thing,
I'm very excited for next week.
Next week is the key. Next week, I'm going to be with you guys in person, so I won't be able to be left to my own devices.
In person is it's like a different vibe, man.
It's big for us.
It's a great time.
I'm very excited.
It's a great time. It's always good to be together, but when we're working together and our minds are just, it's like when Hogan and Macho shook hands.
Well, let's be honest too. I think the key is Bald Steve riding the level, so nobody has to worry about being muted.
That's exactly what I'm saying. The only reason that I'm excited is because Bald Steve is there, so it's gonna be a very smooth show.
Screw you. All right? When we're rolling in bathtubs of High Noon from this sponsorship, you're going to be thanking me, all right?
I will freaking give you kisses on your cheek if you get that sponsorship.
Yo, I think I want to go to the gun range with Masada. I think I want to go shoot his guns with him. We'll just send him a message.
Did I ever show you my Masada weapon that he made me with his own hands?
How far away
I remember
is
he was
it
making
from you
weapons,
right
like
now?
Knives and stuff,
Amanda, can you pass me the Masada weapon? Amanda's gonna pass it to me.
Has Amanda just been standing here the whole time, or?
No, she just got. But this was made by Masada.
Whoa! Oh my God! Hold on, Brian. Can you continue to show?
Is this gonna get us demonetized?
Yeah, I'm gonna play the demonetized music as you show this weapon. Yeah. So ready, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's hard to take out with hurting myself.
When you gonna pay me? When you suck the money out of my ass.
Dude,
now get the
it's
fuck
got
out.
sharp ass brass knuckles, and it's like a sharp ass knife. Exiled, our boy.
That's wild, bro.
He made it. I don't even know how he does it, but I can kill somebody, dude. If somebody comes in my house, we're good. I'm good.
I mean, you just double demonetized us too. I don't think you could even say that you would kill.
If I'm being attacked? That's self-defense, brother.
I mean, but can you kill?
Self-defense, brother.
No, I'm not. This is a legal weapon. If I'm being attacked and I use this, I think I go to jail.
Okay, I agree. If you're attacked on the street and you use that, you're fucked.
Even in my house. My house.
I feel like in your house, if you took it off a wall and murdered somebody with it, as self-defense, you might have a case there.
So so you're allowed to be an antique weapons collector and have them.
You can't use them.
But what if someone's attacking?
Do you know? What if somebody breaks into Brian's house?
The knife, I think a legal knife has to be less than 4 inches from your finger.
But people collect swords. People collect swords and shit.
It's fine to collect, but I think using is different.
But what if someone's trying to kill you in your own house?
Then you have to kill them with.
You better hope that those juries on your side, brother.
Yeah, you better fucking hit them with your candlestick, not that. You better
just punch him with the thing. Hit him here in his surgery.
You gotta hit him in the surgery, Brian. Right in the surgery, dude.
Dude, these are these knuckles, dude, these are incredibly sharp.
Yeah, dude.
So you hit him in the head. You get him in the head.
It would puncture your skin if I punched you with this.
Grabbing, just
Brian, I feel
that, and just
yeah.
I feel like that. In there.
Showing that object is probably the worst thing we've ever done on these shows, honestly.
Demonetized.
We were talking about Masada. So we had to show it.
I don't think there's any context for showing that. I think the squareness of those brass knuckles really. I'm glad you showed it though. I'm glad
you told me to show it. You told me to show it.
Alicia says shooting range is fun. What's the largest weapon? Also in the chat, what's the largest weapon? Like I've shot a semi-automatic.
It's gotta be
an
a
AR-15. I want to throw a grenade though. I want to throw a grenade.
That's got to be the biggest. I want to throw a grenade
at like a car, like Grand Theft Auto.
A flamethrower might be bigger than a bazooka.
Ooh, but that flamethrower, I mean, I want to
shoot like a real flamethrower.
Yeah,
I
want to shoot like a Vietnam fucking flamethrower.
Those are the only right. Those are legit ones.
Sean, what about you? Have you ever fired weapons?
Nah, man. Never have.
You know what? You get in the car.
I want to throw a grenade though.
You know, I used to work at the sushi restaurant, and this kid from Korea who was the same age as me. This is years and years ago. He goes, "Yo, when you live in Korea, 18." You got to at least go to military training. And yeah, I know how to throw a grenade. They had us all line up, and we all pulled the pin of a grenade, threw it in the lake. Just throw the grenade in the lake. That's all you got to do. Just got to learn how to throw the grenade in the lake. I feel like I could do that.
I feel like I'd fuck it up.
That's something I've always wanted to do. I've never been to a shooting range or anything. Let's go.
I've shot like an airsoft, like an airsoft.
I'm issuing an edict right now, if that's even the correct use of the word. When SummerSlam or any major, pilgrimage-worthy pay-per-view wrestling event is in Texas, near Masada, we are going to it, and we are going to shoot high-powered weapons with Masada. And Brian, you can't shoot a weapon. You have to use that knife. You have to just punch the car.
I can't. You want me to travel with it? I can't travel with that.
You have to travel with. Well, how did he get it to you? Did he send it to you?
I'm sure that he shipped it. He shipped it right to my house.
Yeah, he definitely shipped it to you.
That's wild.
Dude, hold on. I'm playing the demonetized.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm playing the demonetized music again.
When you gonna pay me? When you suck the money out of my ass. Now get the fuck out.
Demonetized.
I'm sure that
we earned that one.
Masada has a plethora of weapons in his house that he's made with his own bare hands that we could probably use.
Oh yeah, I want to do a thing where it's like an obstacle course where we take the handmade weapons and kill some dummies and then run to another checkpoint, shoot his AK banana clip as a birthday gift. Totally cool. Thank you so much, Mrs. Masada, for buying that for him. And then the final one is that we throw a grenade into a lake.
It sounds like something Masada would be into.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Masada's wrestled Daniel Bryan.
Wrestled a bunch of cool people. That guy.
He was actually on WWE TV. He was on Velocity. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was on Velocity.
He was on Velocity in 2002. Two? Right. It must have been 2002.
What would you rate this show at? Do you think it's a 6? Do you think it's as good as Bob's Burgers the movie? Probably not.
I think this show is 7 flat.
Wow, a flat 7. I like
that. That's a rookie score. You gotta give it a little decimal point.
No, I'm gonna say flat 7. I think we evened it out the flat 7 with proper SummerSlam talk, leading straight into it, holding the fans down with everything. I think it was great, guys.
I'm gonna give it a hard 6.7 because I flopped my media talk and Pat had us on mute for a hot second.
I mean that is true. You know what?
Well, listen, the fans got to hear about Jim Ross being naked.
Right, just from my perspective, yeah.
You know what? 7 flat.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
But Brian, last week we did the previously on was about you yelling cuck. Now this week's previously on could be about me being completely disheveled. So.
Oh, I like that word.
So what are we talking about next week? Next week I want to definitely do another poetry jam.
Ooh.
You guys go cool with a poetry jam? I think we should do a poll. We should do a poll for the fans during the week where the fans decide what their favorite SummerSlam is.
Word.
Who cares about that?
I mean, the fans care.
So what, you want to make like a little tournament?
We should do whatever our SummerSlams we said. We should add those to the poll and have the fans decide which one is their favorite one.
Okay.
What are you saying? What do you mean by fans?
Whoever we've done polls on the Blvd Bullies Instagram. We've done polls that have been successful polls, and you put them on the Instagram, and we have them vote, and that's it.
And that's it.
Yo, Brian, you're so right, because polls, for some reason, do numbers.
They do not, because people like giving their shit opinions.
Yep. people like to be heard, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
They like giving their shit opinions. So what else? We're in
studio next week, though.
In studio next week, do you think that the Trump or Vince game carries over? You think it's like should be a new game?
Dude, that was very funny. I thought that was pretty funny because I couldn't tell some of them.
I think let's keep it going.
But now you got you ask the same. You got to find a whole other bunch of questions.
Okay. Right.
Like, I mean, you have to find a whole bunch
of
new
quotes, yeah.
A whole bunch of new quotes.
See, I would like to almost keep the poetry jam in play and then switch up the Trump and Vince.
Do something different. Do
something a little different, maybe, but like a similar vibe.
Right. Like a guessing game, like some kind. You got like some kind of trivia.
Yo,
or like
okay. How about this? I just thought of something. How about we go down the list of female talents in WWE? And we make the game hired by Jim Ross or hired by John Laurinaitis.
You would have to find out the actual truth. You would have to know if
I know how to find the truth.
You would have to be factually
you can't
correct
handle
to ask
the truth. You non-truth handler.
I handle truth pretty well.
So I think
except when it comes to House of
Black. Nice, cool
Mm.
game for next week. Nice, cool, different game. All right. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, maybe we should have a different game, like hired by John Laurinaitis or hired by Jim Ross. And also, it has to be something that's like conducive to our special guest Bull James being comfortable discussing. And I don't think hired by Jim, hired by Ace is like appropriate.
Dub that all around. How about we do promos? Who said this promo? And it has to be from SummerSlam. So you just go through SummerSlam on Peacock.
So you just like read a promo to the boy and then have him say who said the promo.
Who was it? It was a certain match. Who was it? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's a name in between the promo. You don't say the name, you say blank or whatever. But you have them guess.
We have to do our homework and pick out good ones that are not too obvious.
Yeah, well, the only one the only one who does homework is me. So I'm not gonna come at you.
I fucking hate homework, dude. I didn't go.
That's why we're in the situation we're in.
What do you guys think? Does that work?
I don't even remember what you just said.
Promos. Who said what promo? I'll read the promo out, and you say, and then the person will say who was the.
I can't.
I will say that you came up with this, so now it's your personal job to find these promos.
You got it.
You're going on a quest. You're going on a mini quest.
This is your mini quest now for next week.
Call me Haji, mother.
Can you ask Bull James a question? Yes, all fans can ask Bull James a question, but I gotta vet them. I gotta make sure that they're all right. I think I kind of want to have like a second guest. Maybe a musical guest or something.
Maroon 5? You're going to have like their album at the end like Jimmy Fallon. We got Maroon 5 here. This is their new album that debuts on Tuesday, and they're going to be playing it right now.
We're gonna be in a studio. We can just go into one of the other rooms and just ask them to come on the show.
We're gonna have
to go to the salsa room. Let's go to the salsa room.
Could you just bring these bongos in and play them?
Dude, that salsa band was fire, dude. They were crushing it. Playing that salsa.
Dude, I think that during the week, I think the poll might be our last.
My light just went off.
Oh, Undertaker!
What just happened?
Yo, I think the poll might be our last best hope to regain viewers because when we first started on YouTube, we were doing good, right? And last week, even though we went off the rails, we were doing good. But this week, man, we're on a steady decline, man, and I think we got
dude, my light blew out.
Nice. It was too hot. It was too hot to handle.
It was too hot.
Cold to hold. We're the Blvd Bullies, and you know what we do, bro.
I think my final. we're falling in ratings exponentially week by week, and then we have the studio show next week. So it's like we're gonna call in the heavy hitters, Bull James, Just embarrass ourselves with like 4 viewers, dude. I don't know. I'm a little worried.
It's gonna be fun, man. We'll be fine. We deliver a great show every time. As you can tell, we had technical difficulties, but we pulled through always.
The technical, that's my name. PK Technical Difficulties Finnerty.
The light just popped, you know?
Too much energy in the room.
It's very hot in here. I'm sweating.
Final thoughts, Sean.
Listen, we take over the world. We'll take over the internet every time that you put us on. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to fucking follow us on Instagram, all social media platforms. We're doing big things. Next week's a very big week for us. Be there with us. Be there with us, baby. All right?
We need you there with us. Dude, you're muted that whole time. You just start over?
Am I off mute?
No, I unmuted you. Could you just start over for me?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my final thought. You were here with us in the beginning. You're here with us at the end. Make sure you subscribe. Good. Make sure you follow. Go on Instagram. Go check out those reels. Go see Rob Van Dam doing a 5-star moonsault into a pool. Make sure you're with us next week. We got Bull James. We got Ric Flair's final match on Sunday. It's going to be a hell of a week, guys.
Oh, hold on. Holy shit. You're going to that, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You are going to National
Not
Tennessee.
only are we going to be at Outlaw on Saturday, but I'm flying out right after Outlaw because the Bullies are taking over Nashville.
You're jet-setting around the lands.
I'm doing it, baby. I'm styling. I'm profiling because the Bullies are here. We're ready to take over everything this summer.
What do you expect?
So, if you're a fan and you're in Nashville and you see me, you come say hi to the Bully. All right?
Yo, dude, what do you expect? What are you looking for? How much were those tickets, dude?
So what?
Fucking Ric Flair's final soiree.
Pat, what are you talking about? We're Media Scrum.
Oh, right. Right. All right, hold on. I need to hear, what is your Media Scrum question? So, Andrade, Ric Flair, they're all bloody. They're sitting at the table. On the other side of the table, you know, you got fucking Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. It's Media Scrum time, and you are, of course. Well, I'm going to send you a press pass. Next week, in studio, I'm going to give you a laminated press pass. It says Blvd Bullies Press, and that's going to get you. That's going to get you into the Starcast Media Scrum. I feel like.
I know it is.
So could you practice your question with me? What do you got here?
So far, from my understandings, Flair's going to be at Raw the very next night.
Oh.
So, Mr. Flair, congratulations on a milestone, another milestone achievement. Where does this leave you now? Because we all know this was not your final match. That's what I have for now.
All right, you keep refining.
We'll work. We got some time. We got a busy week ahead of us.
Brian,
we got the studio show.
Yeah, we got the studio show next week. So we're gonna preview SummerSlam. We're gonna talk about we're gonna give you the media pass. We're gonna send you on a mission. We're gonna load you up, and you're gonna go on a fucking interstate mission. Brian,
aye, Captain.
Okay. Media Scrum. One last question for Flair. Brian, from Blvd Bullies. Brian.
I just want to know how it feels to be an icon in not only wrestling but also hip hop.
I really wish. I thought you were going to say cuck there, and I was really.
Yeah, me too. I was waiting for the cuck. I was waiting. Say it. How does it feel to be a cuck?
I retired cuck. Cuck has been retired.
All right, so you know what? Why don't I play us out with the fucking final playing of Cuck of the Week theme song, and we'll see you next week in studio with Bull James. Baby. A lot of surprises, a lot of exciting times. You know, shout out Alicia, shout out the 631 Jackie. Yo, if you guys want to come through on a Tuesday and be the special audience, the live audience, hang out, have some high noons, sponsorship pending, just figure it out, you know? Listen, I would love for you to do it. Are you guys ready? You guys ready for the C of the W?
I'm ready.
All right, that'll play us out. All right.
Last time.
Thank you for watching Final Time.
Cuckolds are brave.
Cuckolds are emotionally strong.
Cucks
Thanks for
are
watching.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cuck of the Cuck of the Week. Cuck of the Cuck of the Week. Brian's Cuck of the Week.
Cucks are loved.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Listen, I know it went off the rails again, but I think it actually went off the rails a little bit less than it went off last week. Do you guys agree?
Yes. Are we still live?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're still live.
Oh,
yes.
No, I think we did fine, guys. I think. Listen, as I always say, babies, lemons get thrown at us, and we make the country time lemonade.
We drink the lemonade. We make it. We drink it.
So you know it's right.
Thanks.
You make sure that you're here every Tuesday night with the Blvd Bullies. You're here with PK. You're here with Sean, and you're here with Merch Lord Brian. We are the Blvd Bullies.
Thank you, Sean. I couldn't have said it by myself. I just want to issue you and Brian an official apology. But I got 3 or 4 more high noons to drink now. So maybe we should hang out and watch it back together. For you at home, like, subscribe, comment, share. Maybe not share. See you later.
I'm so close to where you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Boulevard.